help me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
Kicking off the Whitewater, the 35, June Packers. Let's go, DT!
Good afternoon and welcome to Perkins Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+. It's the 11th ranked University of Wisconsin-Whitewater Warhawks taking on the 15th ranked DePauw University Tigers from Greencastle, Indiana. I'm Gabe Sadowski alongside Nick Demas for today's game. These teams are littered with talent on both sides of the ball, and the all-conference selections for the Warhawks and the Tigers represent that, Nick.
You're 100% right, Gabe. This game today is full and packed of impact players that are going to have a huge impact on this game. For UW-Whitewater, we're going to be looking at starting running back Brian Stanton. He's been the bell cow for this offense this year. Look for him to get going early on the ground in these elements. And then for the defense of Whitewater, Ethan Gallagher, the senior linebacker. He's the captain of this team and the reason why this Whitewater's defense is so successful this year. So look for him to get started early. And on the other side, for DePauw University, look for Offensive Player of the Year for the NCAA, Robbie Ballantyne. He's going to get going early with that dynamic duo of him and his brother. And then on the defensive side of the football for DePauw University, look for Dominic Siebel, the NCAA Defensive Player of the Year this year. He's got 9 sacks, and he leads this team and is the reason why that they are able to be so successful against the run, Gabe.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Nick. Going off that passing attack of this DePauw team, it's going to be interesting to see how the weather today is going to affect that approach from them and that Brett Dietz-led squad over on the Tiger sideline.
Definitely. These elements are going to play a huge part today. And we just saw in the first play of the game with them not being able to hook up on the first pass. It was a little slippery. This is not dry snow, folks. This is wet. It is slippery, and this is football weather here in southern Wisconsin.
Third down now for the Tigers. Ballantyne will look to the sideline for the call. It's about third and medium for the Tigers here. And the snow is going to be coming down all game long. Handoff now this time, and they will just fall short of the first down. DePauw signaling that they think they have it, and yes, they will move the chains, Nick.
And they do. Caden Whitehead with the nice carry there. That's a really big deal for them to get that first down here on the road in this big game, Gabe.
Whitehead on the season, 126 carries for 587 yards, 11 touchdowns. Last game against Wabash, 13 carries for 55 yards, averaging out about 5.2 yards a carry. New set of downs here for this Tiger offense as they will hand it off again to Whitehead. Whitehead will cut it to the right and is going to be brought down. Bring up second down at about 5 again.
Another nice gain of 5 there for Whitehead. They're looking to get the ground game going early here, obviously due to the weather. We're going to see here, though, if DePauw's offense is going to start to open it up. They really, really like to throw that football, so we're going to see how this is going to affect it today.
Whitehead out on this play. In for him, though, is going to be Carson Johnson. Ballantyne looks left, evades the pressure, and he's going to scramble, and he's going to just slide down, fall just short of the first down again, it looks like.
The crowd doesn't like that on the other side. They were hoping for a late hit there. Penalty marker did come out on the field. We'll see what this is. Possible late hit here for Whitewater's defense. And it is going to be a personal foul here. That's going to be 15 yards, and DePauw is in business now on the other side of the half-yard line or midfield. Excuse me.
DePauw offense averaging 41.5 points per game in all of D3 football this year. That is good enough for 24th in the nation. And Nick, you said it earlier too, averaging about just over 280 pass yards on the season. Ballantyne looking left again, and the ball comes out. And it'll be ruled an incomplete pass there, as it looks like he was in his throwing motion.
Wow, that was really close there, Gabe. It looked like that ball might have slipped out before he threw forward with it. We'd have to take a look at that. Whitewater's faithful out here did not like that call.
2nd down and 10 from about the Whitewater 35-yard line. 40-yard line, I should say. And he's going to be stopped at the line. Carson Johnson that time. Tackle made by that Whitewater front line, Nick.
Yeah, he gets hit right away. That's what this Whitewater defense needs. They're going to have to get pressure on this offensive line right away. This game is going to be decided in the trenches, so they're going to have to really work on the offensive and defensive line. That's going to be more of the same. Look for more rush plays incoming.
3rd down and 8 now. Whitewater crowd starting to come alive.
Their 3rd down percentage this year is really well and just short.
And that is going to be ruled a catch.
DePauw University this year on 3rd down is 65 for 126. That's 51% this year. That's one of the best in the nation at 51%. And then on 4th down, which it looks like they're going here, Gabe, 13 for 15, 87% this year. Very successful on 4th down.
4th and short here for the Tigers. Whitehead back in the backfield alongside Ballantyne.
Look for him to get the call here.
Whitehead gets the carry. And let's see what the call is. DePauw thinking that they have it.
Looks like they're going to give it to him here. It's another big 1st down, and that's just going to add to the great percentage on the offensive end for 4th down conversions for this Tigers offense. Great first drive they've got putting together here, Gabe.
Impressive stuff indeed, Nick.
As you can see here, the snow is coming down heavily here in Whitewater, Wisconsin. Everyone's trying to stay warm.
Ballantyne fakes the handoff. He's going to look for the end zone, but there's nothing there for his brother, Robbie Ballantyne.
And that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on in this one, that dynamic duo for DePauw. Ballantyne to Ballantyne. He's the NCAA Offensive Player of the Year. They're going to look to get him touches no matter what. It doesn't matter the weather here. So we'll look to see that for the future of this game.
DePauw coming into this one with a huge road win against Wabash in the Manon Bell game, winning that one 41-20. And Whitewater, of course, coming off their win against the UW-Oshkosh Titans, also on the road. Ballantyne going to run a quick jet sweep to Palmer Samuels, and it'll be good for a couple yards there.
Nice tackle there on the play by Efren Ramirez.
3rd and long for the Tiger offense.
For Whitewater's defense, opponents are 52 for 142, 36% here on 3rd down.
Ballantyne looks over the middle, and it's going to be tipped that time by the Whitewater secondary.
Broken up there by safety Devin Magley. What a play there, hopping on the ball. What a great play. He's got 4 interceptions on the year, and count that as a deflected pass for him.
Magley, the University of Wisconsin transfer, leading the team in interceptions so far this season with 4 on the year.
And it looks like they might be going for it here, DePauw, just because of the elements. Where you might see a lot of 4th down attempts today, Gabe.
DePauw offense on the year again, 14 for 16 now, just over 87% completion percentage.
just fixing a little bit of a play clock issue here. Going to get back and rolling here for a huge 4th and 8.
Tacking on an extra 5 seconds to make it 9:45 to go in quarter number 1. 4th and long for the Tigers as they look to complete again here. Valentine. Nothing there, and it'll be incomplete. Whitewater takes over on offense.
Great defense there by Whitewater. Caden Sleets has the big task today in handling Robbie Valentine, the Offensive Player of the Year for the NCAA. And Whitewater's going to take over here. What a great possession there defensively for those Warhawks to stay true there.
And head coach Jace Rindle's squad will trot out for the first time today on the offensive side of the ball. And first season for offensive coordinator Caden Murphy coming in to the season this year. There's a litany of experience at the Division I level. He was under Rod Carey's staff over at NIU, not too far from Whitewater here, Nick.
Wow, look at the push from the offensive line there for UW-Whitewater. We got to highlight this offensive line. They've got 4 out of their 5 starters for first team all WIAC honors this year. The big boys up front for Whitewater are no stranger to this weather.
Whitewater on the season just averaging over 32 points per game, 3rd in the WIAC and 58th in all of Division III football. 210 yards per game, too, on the ground.
29th in the country, Gabe. Schultz gets the carry again.
And looks like he'll be stopped at just about the line of scrimmage, only going to move him a couple of inches maybe, and it'll be 3rd down at about medium.
If you're Whitewater, this is a huge possession. You have to get this first down of the game if you want to take some pressure off yourself, especially against this defense of DePauw.
Warhawks on the season about a 48% completion rate on 3rd downs. We'll see what they have dialed up here.
This defense of DePauw has been very, very good on 3rd down this year. They're only giving up.
Klinkner looks right, rather, and that one's just going to fall dead. They're bring up 4th down and 6 now for the Warhawks.
Looked like just a bit of a miscommunication there on the route. And Whitewater's going to do the right thing here and try and punt this away, play some field position. This is kind of what we expected, though, right, Gabe? I mean, we're looking at the elements here today. Whitewater's actually going to be kicking this into the wind as well.
And Whitewater's had some problems with punts on the year as well, Nick. With turnovers, I should say, rather, as they had a couple of them on the year with some punt mismanagement, some bad snaps, and it resulted in some points in a couple different games this season. So the DePauw offense will come out again for the 2nd time today. A good drive the first time around, but ultimately no points on the board. Still 0-0, 8:06 left in the first quarter. First down at about midfield here. And Valentine will fake the handoff.
Intercepted.
And then it's picked off.
It looks like he caught that ball, Gabe. Let's see what the call is.
If it is a pick, and it is.
Wow.
Jaden Fowler for the Warhawks, his 2nd interception on the year. And just like that, the offense for Whitewater will be back out on the field yet again. Here's the replay.
Wow, look at this catch in the elements. What a play defensively. Once again, targeting Robbie Valentine. They were all over it that time, Gabe. What a play.
Whitewater now with the ball at about their 49-yard line. Klinkner will, looked like he tried to throw it left, but the ball just came out there. He does recover it, though.
That's the snowball at its finest here in Whitewater, Wisconsin. Couldn't hang on to it there. It's going to bring up 2nd and long.
And it is a wet snow, Nick. You
Look
see
at that.
right there, yeah. Ball just came right out.
And he's not one of those quarterbacks that likes to use gloves, so look for him to continue to do what he's doing currently.
Handoff now to Schultz, and he's just going to fumble, it looked like there, and it'll be 3rd down now and about 15.
Rumbling and stumbling in the snow today. Look at that. It's hard to get your footing out here. And that's another thing, too, that doesn't really mix very well is snow and turf. It's going to be very slippery for all of these teams today. Look for Whitewater to maybe just try and play field position here.
3rd and a mile now for the Warhawks. Klinkner looking to pass. Just going to dump it off for the quick screen over to Tyler Vasey, and Vasey is going to be brought down quick by that stifling DePauw defense.
DePauw all over that play. They sniffed that out, read that like a book. That's exactly what that defense needed after that interception. Looks like Whitewater is going to be punting away again.
Owen Roselle with the tackle there that time. Coming in on the year, he has 54 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and a fumble recovery on top of that. Whitewater will punt it away now after the unsuccessful drive that time. And, Nick, we sure have seen a lot of back and forth so far, man.
That's the truth, and a much better punt this time around. It's going to be fielded there just inside the 20 at about the 16-yard line for the Warhawks.
And you saw that ball barely went anywhere. I mean, that thing's got to be as hard as a rock with how cold it is out there today.
I can only imagine. And you saw it there on that last possession. Klinkner wasn't even able to throw the football. These elements are going to play such a huge factor. We've got a 0-0 game with just over 6 minutes left here in the first quarter.
DePauw will take over at about their 27-yard line, we'll call it. 6:10 to go here in quarter number 1. Quick handoff that time as Whitehead will break open for another big run right there, and he's going to get the first down, no problem.
Gain of 21 there on the ground for Whitehead. Missed that first tackle, and that's all you need in a game like this. Just one missed tackle. Look at this, bouncing off 2 defenders, cutting it outside. Almost turned that upfield. Luckily, Mr. Paul Kim was able to get that tackle for the Warhawks.
Paul Kim, the true sophomore for this Whitewater team, coming into the game with 24 tackles and 1 interception. First down for the Tigers, and Whitehead's going to get it again, but he will be stopped that time.
And you can see them starting to find a little bit of tempo here in the run game for DePauw. Look for them to continue to use that pistol formation run.
Ethan Gallagher with the tackle that time for the Warhawks. Second down and about 7 here. And a quick screen pass that time to Palmer Samuels, and Samuels will be brought down on the right hash sideline there.
Now that's a great open field tackle by cornerback Caden Sleets. He's one of the team leaders in tackles, especially from that secondary position.
Third down and medium for the Tigers.
And this Warhawk faithful here for this home game are getting really loud.
Valentine back to pass, as it'll be batted down that time again by the Whitewater secondary. That one, Efren Ramirez with that one.
Wow, what a play there. Correction, looks like Paul Kim with the breakup there. What a great play once again by this Whitewater defense. And we've talked about now every single defender in this secondary for UW-Whitewater already. Caden Sleets, Devin Magley, Efren Ramirez, and Paul Kim having a huge impact so far in this game as the Tigers are going to punt this one away.
I feel like every drive we've seen so far, Nick, it just ends up right at midfield. I feel like most of the time we've seen, and again, nice little return there for Whitewater.
100%.
Let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Sam Way, for our first quarter report.
Thanks so much, guys. As Gabe mentioned before, these two teams have seen each other postseason before. On November 21st of 2021, the Warhawks hosted the DePauw Tigers, and they ended up winning that game 45-0. They did that with UWW's 600 yards to DePauw's 171. Whitewater then went on to play and win against Central College and lose in the fourth round to Mary Hardin Baylor 24-7 at home. Back up to you guys.
Sam, and obviously Whitewater, like she mentioned, losing against Mary Hardin Baylor 4 seasons ago. Looking at DePauw all time though in the postseason, this is their 7th appearance all time and their 5th under head coach Brett Dietz. They defeated Rolls-Holman rather in 2021, 26-21, to come to Whitewater here, and then last season, 2024, they defeated Maryville College 45-20 in the second round and lost to a very good Johns Hopkins teams 14-9 last season, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite the feat. I mean, this team has really been able to make some noise, especially coming into the playoffs. DePauw, I mean, this is a very relevant team now. And that was 2 back-to-back plays. You had a nice run there by Ty Schultz for the first down, and then a quick pass over to Jaquez Brooks.
Klinkner going to hand it off to Schultz, and Schultz will go right up the middle for the first down.
All right, and there's a little bit of momentum here for this Whitewater offense. That's their second first down now. Look for them to have some success. They're finally able to get that run game going here on this possession, Gabe.
1st and 10 again from about midfield here. Another handoff this time to Schultz, but he's going to be stopped at the line and be brought down. Had a whole collective swarming against him there, Nick.
Man, those legs just keep churning, though. Over and over again, you're going to see that this Whitewater offense is not going to shy away from that run. This is their bread and butter. They're going to continue to run no matter how stout this defense is.
Whitewater running a lot of 2 tight end personnel in this game so far. They don't use their tight ends a whole lot in terms of playmaking, but they're more known for their blocking, I would say, Nick.
Most definitely. They're trying to load that up so that they can have some extra blockers. Nice pass out to the sideline over to Tyler Vasey. Lowers the shoulder with a big hit, and that's going to be a 9-yard pickup there.
Holt Hildebrandt with the tackle there that time. Sorry, Nick, go ahead.
No problem. Not a 9-yard pickup. It's going to be just a 7.5-yard pickup, setting up a 3rd and short here for Whitewater. And you got to think you're starting to move into some 4-down territory here, Gabe.
Hildebrandt leading the Tigers in interceptions on the year with 3. He also has 2 5 solo tackle games on the season. Quick snap for Klinkner, and he's just going to try and go straight up the middle, but nothing there that time working for him. It'll be another 3rd down stop for this DePauw defense. And it looks like the punt unit will come out for the Warhawks.
Yeah, Whitewater's just going to try and play field position here, pin them deep, see if they can have some success. This has been an absolute dogfight here in the snow today.
Back receiving the punt is going to be Carson Johnson on the year.
Low snap, bobbled. He still got it away, though.
And he will signal for the fair catch at about the DePauw 15-yard line. 25 seconds to go here in quarter number 1.
So far, so good, though, on both sides. There was an errant pass for an interception to start this one out, but pretty clean so far. We're going to see if they both can continue to run the football. Caden Whitehead's got 6 attempts for 45 yards here on the ground. Look for them to continue to call his number.
And you see some of these shots here. Decent turnout, I would say, for a late November football game, considering the elements, Nick.
Well, I think all the fans wanted to just be a part of the snowball. I mean, this is giving Ice Bowl 2.0 here in Wisconsin.
Of course, the Warhawks have the little slip there that time from Whitehead, but he is able to receive the handoff to bring up 2nd down and long. But the Warhawks hold the D3 attendance record in a regular season football game with just over 21,000. That was set last year against the UW-Oshkosh Titans. And, I mean, what a feat for a Division III football team, Nick.
That's right. And that's going to be the end here of the first quarter. We got a 0-0 score here in Whitewater, Wisconsin.
Thank you, Nick. And as we transition to the second quarter, 0-0 ball game. You see some snow getting shoveled there. We'll be right back. This is the second round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+. 0-0 ball game so far here in Whitewater, Wisconsin, and, well, you see the elements that tells the story itself, Nick.
I mean, look at that shot right there. You got the boys huddled up here for UW-Whitewater. They don't look very cold. They just look like they're ready to go here. We've got a lot of run offense happening in this game. You can see DePauw, they're trying to get that pass game going, but an errant throw early led to an interception for quarterback for DePauw. Scott Ballantyne only has 3 interceptions on the year, so just 1 in this game. That's a huge feat for this great defense of UW-Whitewater. We'll see how this game unfolds, but it looks like we're going to have a lot of the same.
Only 89 total yards of offense between both teams in that first quarter, Nick, and scoreboard reflects that, obviously.
Oh, 100%. And you got to win the turnover battle in a game like this. So if you're Whitewater, you're in good shape, having the 1 turnover so far. We'll see if each team can keep it clean here moving into the half.
2nd and 7 at the start of the second quarter here. Before we went to break, Whitehead had the quick 3-yard carry for this Tiger offense. Seen him get involved maybe a little more than we're used to, as DePauw is more known for a pass-first offense, Nick.
Very much so, and that Whitewater defensive line is starting to come alive here a little bit. What a great gang tackle there for a quick, looked like a small gain there of about 3 yards on 2nd down, excuse me.
And this DePauw offense, 4 out of their 5 starting offensive linemen, all conference selections for them. And, I mean, that certainly helps sophomore quarterback Scott Ballantyne being able to make some of those reads.
Definitely. Allowing a clean pocket for him is exactly what they need and exactly why they've been so successful through the air.
Ballantyne looks right, and he's going to get hit as he's thrown, and there is a flag on the play.
Flag came in late. Looks like there might be a defensive holding there on the play. Unfortunately for the Warhawks, Efren Ramirez is going to get the call.
And head coach Jace Rindle was not happy with the flag either, and trying to plead his case with the officials here.
Yeah, it looks like the case they're pleading is that the ball was uncatchable, and I would agree. It looked like it was, it seemed to have been a little errant. It went out because he got hit as he threw, so we'll see what the referees come up with here.
No flag.
And they are going to call pass interference here. It's going to be a 1st down for DePauw University. These Warhawk fans are not having it. They are very upset about that call.
And you see there the DePauw fans, that's their sideline. And certainly, Nick, the Whitewater faithful didn't let the refs hear it there.
Well, that's for sure. And it looks, man, this DePauw faithful, they travel well. They've got a lot of fans here on the road. This team from Indiana.
Greencastle, Indiana, to be specific. About a 5-hour drive from there to Whitewater here. As Whitehead with the carry, he'll get a gain of a couple, bring up 2nd down and about 7.
Another good tackle there. Efren Ramirez, the safety, coming up from the secondary to make that tackle.
And looking at these offenses on the year, DePauw scored 109 points in the first quarter throughout the season, and Whitewater's only scored 62, but they've held opponents to 20 points in the first quarter as well. Speaking for the DePauw defense now, they've held opponents to 24 points throughout the course of the season. Handoff here as Carson Johnson going to get a gain of a couple, fall just short of the 1st down, but certainly going to help him on 3rd down here.
Some fresh legs coming in. Wow, bouncing off a couple of tackles there. What a great play there by Carson Johnson. He's been their number 2 back on the year, and he's getting the call here for the 3rd down. Oh, it looks like they actually got the 1st down there.
I was just going to say, yeah.
So they're going to be moving the chains. And that's been the story so far for DePauw. They've been able to move the chains, but that one interception kind of set them back there in the first quarter.
Dom Barris with the tackle for the Warhawks on that last play, and Ballantyne just going to dump it off here over to Leighton Lukowski. Get a gain of a couple.
Nice open field tackle there by cornerback Caden Sleets.
Lukowski on the year coming into today, 39 catches, just under 500 yards of total yards and 8 touchdowns. 2 of them coming in that Wabash game.
That's the one thing that you've noticed from this Warhawks defense is they really pride themselves on wrapping up and tackling. I mean, that's something you like to see, too, from your defense, especially at this level. You don't like to see guys just lower shoulders and lay hits on people. That's not how you tackle, and they're doing a great job at that so far.
Ballantyne going to throw to his left, and he's got Johnson that time for a little bit more. And how about that? What a 1st down play there for the Tigers.
Wow, he beat everybody to the edge there. The speedster, Carson Johnson, out of the backfield. They're using him as a bit of a Swiss Army knife so far. And it looks like Ballantyne's got everybody back on the ball. They were trying to hurry up there, but some substitutions came in and slowed him down.
Whitehead coming in for Carson Johnson now.
There's that replay of him bouncing it outside. Johnston just could not be caught there. He's too quick.
Johnson featured a lot in this pass game for the DePauw offense. 13 receptions for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns on the year. Ballantyne's going to get taken down for the sack that time. That time it was
once
a
again,
great play by that.
Karsten Libby.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, Nick.
No problem. Karsten Libby, he came through the offensive line there in full pursuit, full layout tackle. What a great sack there from Karsten Libby. He's that linebacker right in there with Ethan Gallagher, the senior captain of this team. They've been so successful from the linebacking crew for this Warhawk defense this year, Gabe.
Karsten Libby with his 4th sack on the year now for him.
Yeah, he's had a really nice year. I mean, he's team leading with 9 tackles for losses as
handoff to Whitehead, and he's going to get taken down. There's that Whitewater defensive front again, Nick.
And that's going to set up for a very long 3rd down for this DePauw offense. We'll see what the play call sheet calls for on this possession. This is a huge play here for both sides because it's been a very nice methodical drive for this offense. They've been able to chip away, get a couple of 1st downs. We'll see here if DePauw has something up their sleeve to really air it out. They've got Caden Whitehead back in at the running back position.
Ballantyne going to throw over the middle, and he's got his man for the first down, Tigers.
Wow, what a play there, play action. Oh, and he's still up. Wow, what a play. They're really exposing that zone in the secondary there, just finding that sweet spot. Very patient there by the sophomore quarterback. And that offensive line, like you mentioned earlier, just giving him a clean pocket. And that's just a great play and a first down for this Tigers offense.
Ballantyne connecting with Frankie Ricciardi there that time, and you see the replay right there. Great play by the Tigers.
And the Tigers are in business now in the red zone.
Ballantyne going to look right again, just dumps it off quick here. That one over to Palmer Samuels yet again.
Very, very nice play there. Red zone percentage for this DePauw offense, they are 44 for 50 with 40 touchdowns this year. That is one of the best in the nation this year for red zone conversions, excuse me. It's going to be a 2nd and 1 here from the 7-yard line. DePauw is in business here, Gabe.
And that 40 touchdown mark in the red zone, top 25 in all of D3 football, right at 25.
When this offense here knocking on the door, we'll see what's up their sleeves.
Man in motion now for the Tigers as it's going to be handed off to Whitehead here, and they're knocking on the door.
The pile's getting pushed. They couldn't take him down to the ground. It's going to be a 2nd down from the 2-yard line, it looks like, or about the 1.5.
Looking at the red zone defense for Whitewater, they're holding teams to 12 of 18 in the red zone, 3 field goals, 9 touchdowns. That is the best mark in the WIAC and 24th in all of Division III football.
When here's that pistol formation once again, they've been sending somebody in motion to get and a stumble out of the backfield doesn't matter. Touchdown Tigers.
And what an offensive drive from the Tigers it was, Nick. That DePauw sideline got right up and cheering, and that's going to put them out in front 6-0 pending the PAT.
Just an impressive drive, Gabe. I mean, that's exactly what they needed to do. We talked about this pregame. We weren't sure how these teams were going to respond to the elements today, and it looks like DePauw strikes first. They're able to get the ground game going on that possession with a couple of nice passes, and they're in business up 6-0.
Matthew Berry will try the point after for the Tigers. And Caden Whitehead, that was his 12th touchdown on the year, which is the most in the NCAA. Rushing touchdowns, I should say. Point after is good, so that'll put the Tigers out in front 7-0 with 7:34 to go here in quarter number 2. Don't go anywhere. This is the 2nd round of the Division III NCAA Football Championships live on ESPN+.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the 2nd round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+. A Caden Whitehead rushing touchdown puts the Tigers out in front 7-0 with 7:34 to go here in quarter number 1, Nick.
Yeah, the Tigers are 6-0 when scoring first this season. Coach Brett Dietz is 42-3 all time when scoring in the first quarter.
We're going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Sam Way, for our 2nd quarter report. Take it away, Sam.
Thanks so much, guys. Taking a look at both of these teams' regular seasons, UW-Whitewater is sitting at a record of 8-2. Their two losses being to UW-La Crosse and UW-River Falls. Both of those teams are currently in the playoffs along with Whitewater, with UW-River Falls being the WIAC champion of the year. DePauw is coming into this game with a 9-1 record, their only loss being to John Carroll, where they lost by just 4 points. DePauw has also been able to shut out 4 different teams this year, 1 non-conference team and 3 conference teams. Both teams are coming into this playoff game with quite an impressive resume. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Sam. And I think it's important to note for this DePauw team, though, I mean, they were seconds, and I mean seconds away from being 10-0 in that John Carroll game as they scored with about 13 seconds to go in that one.
Yeah, that was a great game, too. I mean, looking back, it's just a really unfortunate situation for the DePauw defense. I mean, they were just backs against the wall in the red zone with a last-second touchdown, like you said. So they are a great team, and showing that here on the road with Klinkner. He just had a first down run there for about 5 yards through the middle. Gives it to Schultz up the middle for about a 3-yard carry. As I was saying there before we kicked it down to our sideline reporter, Coach Brett Dietz is 42-3 all-time when scoring first. So that's a really good feat considering, I mean, he's really changed this program around. He's got a 50-8 all-time record with this squad.
3rd down and short now for the Whitewater offense. Trying to get something going here to respond after that Caden Whitehead rushing touchdown. Klinkner going to lower the shoulder, and he's going to power ahead for another first down.
Wow, Gabe. If he was given up there, Colin Krasowski almost held him up. That could have been a house call for this Warhawks offense. Move the chain here for the first down. Look at this here. He almost keeps him up right here, and he just barely can, and he knows it. What a great play there for sophomore quarterback Justin Klinkner.
Colin Kreskowski, the junior transfer coming in last season from Division I FCS Lindenwood from Missouri. Klinkner going to fake the handoff, and he's going to survey his options deep now. Does he have his man? Yes, he does! Touchdown, Whitewater! Blake Haggerty with the reception touchdown, his 5th on the year now.
What a beautiful pass by Klinkner. Staying in the pocket, 3-step drop, letting it rip, and what a great route. Just an amazing play, and that's the first strike for this Warhawks offense. We weren't expecting the air game to be like that, but what a throw into the wind for the Warhawks. Take a look at this spiral tight through the air right into the breadbasket. You can't catch them. Touchdown, Warhawks.
Trying the point after now is good. That time signaled by the referee. Seth Adams that time.
7-7 game here. Wow, what a play. I mean, that was just exactly what this Warhawks team needed to respond. Now it's time for this offense for the Tigers to come back out and show their strength.
Tied 7-7 with 5:31 in the second quarter here from Perkins Stadium. Don't go anywhere. This is the second round of the D3 NCAA Football Championships live on ESPN+.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the D3 NCAA Football Championships live on ESPN+. A Blake Haggerty reception touchdown makes it a 7-7-0 ball game with 5:31 here to go, Nick.
Yeah, just what an amazing possession there. You had a couple of quarterback design runs, a nice run up the middle by Ty Schultz, and then the bomb to Haggerty across the middle. A nice block and a nice return. Almost fumbles the ball. Nice tackle there on the play by Efren Ramirez, and the Tigers are in business from the 50-yard line, from the 45-yard line.
Alex Hoover returning the kick for the Tigers. And looks like, is it a timeout going on? I missed it.
Yeah, it was just a small injury timeout. He got right back up, but he's going to have to take a play off here on the play there. It was just a nice tackle in the backfield, but he had to step off the play. It was wide receiver Hunt Heldebrand stepping off the field shortly. And that's not what we were really expecting to see, to be honest with you. This Whitewater offense doesn't air the ball out that much, but taking a shot there, just what a beautiful play for them to get some confidence.
Whitewater only averaging just under 200 pass yards a contest at 175. That is second to last in the WIAC. And you said it, Nick. I mean, they are known traditionally as a run-first offense.
When we talked about this pregame, we obviously know the stout defense of the Tigers against the run. They're the #1 team in the country in that regard. But there's a bit of an Achilles heel on the defensive side of the ball for the Tigers, and that's that pass game. They've given up over 237 yards a game through the air. So look for Klinkner to try to expose that for the rest of this game.
Second down for the Tigers. Ballantyne going to throw right. Got his tight end, Palmer Samuels, again, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the first down marker.
Wow, big hit on the play by two defenders for Whitewater. Caden Sleets and Devin Magley converging for the tackle. Nice gain there on second down.
Third down and short. 4:22 left in the first half of play. A cold, snowy Saturday here in south central Wisconsin. Ballantyne hands it off to Johnson. Johnson gets the first down, no problem that time. First down, Tigers.
Tigers are starting to get that ground game going. They're able to set the set the line on the offensive side of the ball, and they're really dominating that line of scrimmage right now.
Whitewater crowd trying to get some chants going here. Maybe trying to stay a little warm, too. I don't blame them.
Definitely that. Definitely trying to stay warm. We're trying to stay warm up here in the booth.
First down for the Tigers, and Johnson's going to carry it right up the middle again and be brought down just shy of the first down.
Great block there, setting there from the right tackle, Aiden Burton out of Martinsville, Indiana. He's a 6'2", 270 sophomore on that right side of the line. They've got a bunch of farm boys sitting up that first of the offensive line there for the Tigers.
Again, DePauw coming all the way from Greencastle, Indiana here in Whitewater, Wisconsin. About a 5-hour drive just to get here.
Quick blitz on the play. They're bringing pressure.
Ballantyne going to scramble for the first down, and he's got it at the Whitewater 30-yard line. It'll bring up a new set of downs for the Tigers.
Well, and that's what you got to watch out for on the offensive end, because if they can't get the pass out, Ballantyne's going to tuck that thing and get out of there, and you see him slide there safely for another first down. Not liking what they're seeing there on the defensive end. Quick timeout.
So with that 2-minute warning, actually it'll be 7-7 ball game with 1:58 to go here from Whitewater. Don't go anywhere. This is the second round of the NCAA Football Championships live on ESPN+.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium here on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+. 7-7 ball game here at the 2-minute mark, and you can see, based upon the weather conditions, that reflects the score.
Yeah, and you've got this snow crew coming out during timeouts. You got to love it. You see these guys coming out all bundled up, doing a great job here of keeping the yard lines and the yard markers clear of snow. You got to give everybody credit. That's not an easy job to do, coming out here in the cold. It's just a great environment out here today, too, as well, Gabe. I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better game for football weather here in Whitewater, Wisconsin, for a huge playoff matchup. The snow is flying. This is something truly to behold here.
And the conditions here very similar to the Aurora Whitewater football game 3 seasons ago. It was 2022. That was the last game of former Whitewater head coach Kevin Bullis before current head coach of the Warhawks, Jace Rindle, took over as he assumed the job in February of 2023. First down now for the Tigers. Still 2 minutes left on the clock. And Whitehead will get the carry straight up the middle, but it'll be just for a couple yards that time.
Yeah, you see Ballantyne sending Ballantyne in motion almost every play. They're trying to see kind of what defensive look they're getting, and they're not really playing too much man coverage. There's a bit of a small zone sink that they're playing here, and that's where they've been successful, finding those spots in the zone to hit their main receivers for those passes. So we'll see if Whitewater can come up with a stop here. Second and long coming, well, not long, second and a medium coming up for the Tigers.
Ball at about the Whitewater 31-yard line, so not quite in red zone territory, but the Tigers are approaching. Carson Johnson going to receive the carry, and he's going to get a couple there. It'll bring up third down and short.
Yes, it is. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and inches for this Tigers offense. They've really been successful here in the first half getting that ground game going.
Ballantyne hands it off to Johnson again. Johnson going to bounce back up the middle, and he's got the first down for the Tigers. 42 seconds left.
There's that run game once again. We've talked about it. Caden Whitehead and Johnston, they're also combining for almost 20 total carries here in the first half, closing in on a total of 100 yards rushing. We've got 89 yards rushing on the ground for this Tigers offense so far.
Tigers going to take a quick timeout, so we're going to take a quick timeout. Score still 7-7 here from Perkins Stadium. Don't go anywhere. This is the second round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the D3 NCAA Football Championships live on ESPN+. 7-7 to go here with 43 seconds left in our first half of play. Nick, what stood out to you so far?
Well, both offenses have actually been able to contribute. They've been able to run the football. They've been able to throw the football. It's just been kind of a dogfight out there with this element. You know, believe it or not, the snow's coming down harder. I mean, it's really starting to come down here as we've got the pistol formation once again for Scott Ballantyne.
Ballantyne going to look for the end zone. Nothing there, though. DePauw looking for the flag, and I'm not seeing one from the officials.
And they're not going to get it, Gabe. That was great defense. It was just a bit of a stumble there on the route by Robbie Ballantyne. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Southern Wisconsin and southeastern Wisconsin expected to see as little as 8 inches of snow today, potentially a high of 15 inches of snow.
That is insane. I mean, you could get up to a foot in a day. That is quite the feat here.
Ballantyne rolls right, looking for the end zone again, and nearly intercepted by the Warhawks.
So far, so good on the defensive end through the air. Efren Ramirez has been able to be in that matchup for the secondary against Robbie Ballantyne, and he's held his own so far, along with Paul Kim with that one-on-one matchup.
Scott Ballantyne looking for his brother Robbie Ballantyne that time. And Robbie Ballantyne, the all-time career reception touchdown leader for this DePauw offense, Nick.
He's absolutely insane. He's coming off a 20 touchdown reception season, and he's got 15 on the year so far.
3rd down and 10. Ballantyne looking end zone. Has Ballantyne there. Does he have enough for the 1st down? As a little confusion maybe.
Yeah, that was interesting. It looked like the field judge on this side had him short. The field judge on the opposite side of the field had him enough for the 1st down. And that is going to be a 1st and goal for this Tigers offense here in the red zone. They've been really successful in the red zone like we talked about earlier. They were 44 for 50, now 45 for 51. A little over 87% this year. Just a really efficient offense down here in the trenches. And for today, I mean, you look at this offense, they've really been able to run the football. They've got 97 yards on the ground so far, 85 through the air. They've really been able to be successful. But on the other end for Whitewater, we look at this offense, and we did not expect them to take a shot early, opening up the playbook. They answered the call, and they're ready.
Again, Whitewater scoring on that Justin Klinkner pass to Blake Haggerty to knot things up 7-7 here in the 2nd quarter. And now 26 seconds to go. DePauw in a 1st and goal situation.
We'll see if this Whitewater defensive line can hold up here in the red zone. They weren't able to the last time down.
Robbie Ballantyne lined up to the right. Scott Ballantyne will look his way, and no good there, as it looked like Paul Kim was the one covering Ballantyne that time.
They're lucky. They might have gotten away with just a little bit of a hold there deep in the end zone. Paul Kim wasn't able to turn his head. Normally they call that. So for the advantage of Whitewater, luckily they didn't get a call there.
And you have to think, too, I know we said earlier in the broadcast, this is more of a wet snow than it is a dry one. So it's a little harder to plant and maybe make some of those cuts on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. And you got to wonder if maybe they're just giving the guys a little slack out there.
Definitely. They're letting them play, that's for sure. Bobbled snap.
Ballantyne looking to the end zone. No good that time, though. Again, was looking over the middle, but nothing there for him.
Yeah, that was an interesting play call. I didn't really expect that. Looking to hook up with his tight end number 4, actually, on the depth chart, Evan Pitzer. Evan Pitzer's got 7 receptions for 152 yards this year. He's been a nice little security blanket here down in the red zone. We'll see if they look to call his number once again. 3rd and goal here, though. Wow, what a stop so far for this Whitewater defense. Let's see if they can hold strong. They got that bend, don't break mentality.
DePauw. Ballantyne looks right for Whitehead. Whitehead going to fall short, out of bounds of the touchdown to bring up 4th down here.
We keep calling his name. Efren Ramirez once again with a nice open field tackle. It's going to bring up 4th and goal, and they're going to bring out their field goal unit to try to take the lead here to go up 10-7 right before the half.
Matthew Berry will be the one kicking for the Tigers. Longest field goal on the year is at 51 yards. And from this distance, he is just 1 of 1 on the year. So odds are in his favor. As they're going to take a couple seconds here to just clear off the field just so they can kick their field goal.
There's been a lot to like in this game so far.
Oh, yeah.
Battle in the trenches here for both sides. I'm actually pretty surprised to see DePauw on that goal line sort of situation. They didn't run the football once. That was interesting. They wanted to throw the ball, and they've had a lot of success here so far in the run game. So we'll see if they continue to use that mentality moving into the second half.
Taking a look at that red zone offense again for DePauw coming into the game. 44 for 50 on the year. 4 field goals and 40 touchdowns. That is second best in the NCAA, 25th in all of D3 football. Matthew Berry's kick is going to be good for the Tigers to put them up 10-7 now with 9 seconds left in our first half here. Don't go anywhere. This is the second round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+.
A good citizen is someone who wants to make a positive impact, both in their communities and in the world around them. The Division III approach is absolutely the best approach out there for amateur sport because it wants student athletes to explore all parts of who they are. Be successful in the classroom, be successful in competition, be successful in the community. So our student athletes learn what it means to strive for and attain success, but doing it the right way and being good citizens.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium here on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+. A Matthew Berry field goal near the end of our first half of play here has the Tigers out in front by 3, leading 10-7, Nick.
Yeah, we've had a really good game so far. This has been a lot of fun to watch. Both teams have really competed back and forth all game. They've been able to move the ball. It's just really going to come down to see who can get that ball into the end zone.
Quick squib kick that time as Whitewater going to try and go up the middle here, and they will get to about their 40-yard line, 4 seconds to go, and now we'll see if they'll just kneel the ball out here or if they want to get a little interesting before half.
Well, I mean, not a bad return, actually. That kind of set them up in position if they want to just go ahead and take a shot. They were just in the same exact spot the last time that he took a shot deep, and they scored a touchdown on that play. Let's see if they want to do that. It looks like they might just be taking a knee, though. And that's what they're going to do. They're getting me excited, Gabe. I thought maybe they'd go for a little run there.
I kind of set it up for you, too. I didn't expect them to run a play, but, you know,
hey,
I thought I'd throw it out there just for fun.
I mean, I would have loved to see it, and I'm sure the fans at home would, too. So looks like we're going to be going into the half with a 10-7 lead for the Tigers here on the road. You got to be happy with the output. I mean, you're up 3 on the road in the second round of the playoffs. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better start to the game, considering they already have a turnover.
And, Nick, you kind of mentioned, you know, DePauw obviously on the road here, looking for their first postseason road victory in their program's history, and certainly being up 10-7 will help set them up here in order to keep moving in our second half of play.
Yeah, we've still got the elements coming down.
Alrighty, so Coach, with the weather and how it's been today, how has that affected your game plan?
It affects everything, right? The footing, the plays, the cuts, you know, the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Like, obviously, the weather's a big factor today. But both teams have to handle it, right? So proud of the way our guys are playing right now.
And what do you need to see from both sides of the ball coming out and going into the second half of play?
Obviously controlled their offense pretty good. Can't give up the big one, right? Like explosive plays are so big in football these days, and we can't give up the long one. So got to continue to stop the run on first down and all downs. But tackle, I thought we had some guys in the backfield. Sometimes we just didn't wrap up. On offense, we just got to sustain drives, right? Keep converting on third down. Keep moving the ball, keep possession of it. That's the main thing.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
All right, thank you, Sam. And you heard it there, Nick, from head coach Brett Dietz of that Tigers offense, or I guess as a whole, I should say, the head coach. What did you hear from Coach there that kind of stood out to you, Nick?
Well, I mean, he said it best. They've been fantastic so far. I mean, they've really been able to control the ball on the offensive end. They're running the football well. They're even throwing the football well, all things considered. But like he said, giving up that deep ball is definitely just kind of a shot in the heart for that defense who's been playing so hard so far. But there's just been so much to like so far in this game. I mean, this is 100% Ice Bowl 2.0. We're going to label it that from here on out. This is fantastic. Like, we've got so much snow coming down. As you can see here, we've got plows over and over again. They've been running full time in this game. But in the first half, I mean, we got to highlight the offense for both sides because it's not really been too much of a defensive effort considering the elements, right? It's almost a third defender, right? With not being able to have much footing and not being able to convert and do the things that you normally do. So look to continue to see the ground game get established and then look for some shots when they get the opportunity.
And we've certainly seen that, right, from DePauw. I mean, we've seen Caden Whitehead get involved a lot, Carson Johnson for them as well, too. Whitewater, obviously, we've seen Brian Stanton and Ty Schultz, their two featured backs, and this one. And, I mean, to this point, you look at the numbers, 97 rushing yards for DePauw, which they have more rush yards than pass yards going into the second half here, which is not very typical of them.
No, we were not expecting that whatsoever. They've got over 100 yards more of offense. Well, they've got almost 100 yards, excuse me. They've got 99 more yards of total offense, and, that's going to really depend on how they can continue to control a clock, too. I mean, that's something, especially in a game like this, you got to have the ball in your hands more than the other team, plain and simple. I mean, if you have more time of possession, that's always a recipe for success. So we'll be looking for both teams to continue that ground game and just continue to be successful. I mean, we'd like to see a lot of different looks. This offense for DePauw, they've been able to send Robbie Ballantyne in motion to kind of see how that defense is reacting, and they're playing this soft zone where they've been able to exploit kind of in those middle soft parts, right? We've seen a couple of nice passes, but a lot of screen plays, a lot of passes out of the backfield. This offense on both sides, they have been effective. We'll see if there's some more scoring. I have a feeling we might start to run the score up a little bit in the second half, all things considered.
Yeah, we'll see. And, one thing, too, to highlight as well with DePauw, obviously, coming into this game was their rushing defense. They're holding teams to a D3 football best 12 rushing yards per game. Whitewater's already eclipsed that. They're at 29 rush yards so far, but typically you see a little bit more from that Whitewater squad on the ground.
A lot more. I mean, they average over 210 yards a game on the ground. It's best for 29th in the country. Obviously, going up against a stout defensive line like this, you're going to have some problems. But let's talk about that offensive line for UW-Whitewater. They are very good. I mean, they've got 4 all-conference WIAC first-team honorees out of the 5 starting offensive linemen. Those guys have been able to really hold a clean pocket for Klinkner, along with getting some really big holes you could drive a Tonka truck through, it feels like, at some point. So we'll see if they can continue to win that battle, but they've struggled a little bit. They haven't been able to get that run game going, and, we can attest that to a really great defensive output, but the elements out here have been very hard to play. We've seen a couple of slips before you even get the handoff, so it's very interesting. I think there's a lot more in store. We're going to see some different looks, though, from both teams. They're going to make some adjustments here, Gabe.
Yeah, and I know we just mentioned not that long ago, too, it is a wet snow out there today. So I think that's playing a bit of a factor in terms of some of the cuts that they're able to make out there. And I think we're seeing a little bit of that too, just with the officiating, giving the players a little bit of leeway and understanding that they're not going to be able to make those super, 1-2 moves really quick, and just letting them play it out a little bit.
Exactly. I mean, especially at the top of these routes, you see them rounding off a little more, right? You're not going to see a quick step and juke, and when we've seen people fall. So, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how this second half goes. I'd like to see Whitewater try to have some different looks. I mean, I like what I'm seeing from both sides offensively. They're being conservative, but not too much, right? Like they're opening up the playbook. They're still throwing the rock. I'm just very excited to see how this second half fares.
I will add my name to that list of excitement to see how things play out in the second half of play here. And how about a shout out to the grounds crew here at UW-Whitewater, able to make all of this happen today. You see them out there shoveling, plowing snow around, making sure that these young men are able to play as safe a game as possible given the weather conditions.
Well, very much so. I mean, you see these plows over and over again. This is probably the 5th time we've seen them. We continue to see them during the breaks. And like we said, we are in store for a great second half here in Whitewater.
Stay tuned. After a short break, we'll send it back down on the field for the halftime report. You're watching the second round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
It's been very beneficial for me to be a DePauw alumni.
Having a DePauw education has propelled many people that larger places didn't necessarily afford opportunities.
I'm really thankful for my DePauw education. It helps me truly on a daily basis.
I want to be a part of positive change and momentum for DePauw.
If you're a DePauw alum, you're willing to help DePauw students. You have that shared experience and you want that to continue for generations to come down the line.
We'd love to show you what it's like to be a Warhawk.
Come on!
Don't miss out on your chance to be a Warhawk.
At UW-Whitewater.
You belong here!
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium on the campus of University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+. Second half action is coming up between the 11th-ranked University of Wisconsin-Whitewater Warhawks and the 15th-ranked DePauw University Tigers. Right now, DePauw is out front 10-7. Back down on the field, I'm Sam Wade, joined by Ryan Hollida and Colin Reynolds for the ESPN Plus halftime report. So guys, what plays have impacted our current score so far?
Yeah, so obviously a very defensive battle here in this one. We see the conditions, we see the snow. It's been so hard for any players here to get the footing, but the running of Caden Whitehead has been huge in this one. He is leading this game with 60 rushing yards, and he broke into the end zone for the 12th touchdown of his season, and that broke this one open. That was a huge play from him to get DePauw out in front first.
Yeah, I mean, Caden Whitehead's
conference leading 12th touchdown of the season. And we saw that huge bomb that Blake Haggerty caught from Justin Klinkner. That was an amazing pitch and catch there. Klinkner's longest pass of the season, going for the Whitewater lone score of this one. We saw DePauw add that field goal at the end of that one to make it 10-7 at the half, and we're going to see some adjustments have to be made.
And what are your guys' impact players so far in this game today?
Caden Whitehead, Justin Klinkner, Blake Haggerty. That pass that they were able to connect on, like you just talked about, Ryan, was so huge in a game where we haven't seen players able to connect with their wide receivers in the throwing game with all the snow. To connect on your longest pass of the season in conditions like this, absolutely impressive. Blake Haggerty is my impact player.
Yeah. I'm going to have to agree there, but I'm going to go on the DePauw side of things here with Caden Whitehead. If they can continue to pound the ball here and continue to rack up these yards on the ground, Whitewater's going to have a hard time stopping it, and I think DePauw might come out here with a victory. But I'm going to go with another factor here, not an impact player. This weather, it's going to continue to get worse. This snow is coming down harder and more wet, and we're going to see impact the ball even more, and ball security is going to be huge in the second half here.
And do we have any specific stats that we think have maybe controlled one side of the ball or both sides of the ball during this first half?
Yeah, I think we talked about it before. You got to talk about Caden Whitehead leading this game with 60 rushing yards. It's been so hard for either team to get any momentum. He kind of found his footing in that drive there early in the second quarter for DePauw. They were able to get a couple chunk plays through the air, but it was really his running through the ground that was able to keep them on the field, and it really tired the Whitewater defense out. That was a very long drive that ended in that Caden Whitehead touchdown. They were just pounding the rock, moving the chains. He's got 60 rushing yards, and in a game like this, it feels like a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no one has over 100 yards on the ground or through the air, and it's been really heavy on third down. Whitewater is only 1 of 4, and DePauw is 3 of 7. So defense has been a huge factor in today's game, able to get the offense off the field. Another thing I want to talk about, time of possession here, Colin. 21 minutes for DePauw on the field. Whitewater's only had 9. So when you can control a quarter and a half of football, you might have a good chance of winning this football game.
And what second half adjustments should we anticipate from both teams and both sides of the ball here?
If you're Whitewater, you got to start sending more pressure into that run game. We talked about how Caden Whitehead and Carson Johnson, the other back for DePauw, he's been able to have some very elusive plays, breaking some tackles, picking up some first downs. They got to stack the box a lot more, put some pressure in those running backs' face because, like you said, Ryan, they've been on the field for 21 minutes, and like we said, in conditions like this, it really tires the defense out and makes it harder to get those stops. So if they can stop those runs, put them in third and long scenarios and force them to throw the ball, we know how good this DePauw team with the two Ballantyne brothers is at throwing the ball. That connection hasn't been there today. And great job by the Whitewater secondary of double teaming Robbie Ballantyne. And if they can get those third and long scenarios, it's going to be a lot harder for DePauw to move the ball.
Yeah, I mean, DePauw's strength has been a weakness so far today. We have not seen a connection with the Ballantyne brothers whatsoever, really, and it's been a crazy, crazy game here. The weather's made a huge impact, of course, and I think we're going to continue to see the ball being pounded on the ground a lot more the second half.
All right, and we're just about to be wrapped up with the ESPN Plus halftime report from Perkins Stadium on the campus of University Whitewater. But before we head to break, Ryan, you have some stats from the scores across Division III play.
Yes, I do, Sam. The game we're looking at right now, Wartburg and Wheaton. Wartburg out in front, 13-7. Winner of that game would play the winner of Wartburg-Wheaton. Mount Union, #1 team in the country for D3, 49-7 against Muhlenberg. John Carroll's up 35-6 in the fourth quarter against Randolph-Macon. Chapman versus River Falls in River Falls. The WIAC champions of this season, 20-7 against Chapman in the second quarter right now. St. John's, Minnesota out in front, 21-9 against Monmouth. The Battle of Texas, Trinity up 20-14 against Hardin-Simmons over there. Berry College up a point, 15-14 on LaGrange. Going over, the number 34 team in the country, Susquehanna, up on Christopher Newport. Another one to highlight, Platteville, 10-7 up on Alma. So some really big scores across the league here, Sam.
All right, we're going to take another short break, and when we come back, it is second half action with Gabe and Nick. You're watching the second round of NCAA playoffs, Division III football playoffs championship live on ESPN Plus.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
DePauw has been 4 of the most formative years of my life thus far. I fell in love with the campus, and then it really came down to, can we afford this? Can we make this happen?
At face value, it can be an expensive price tag, but DePauw works very hard to provide lots of avenues for people to be able to experience DePauw no matter the position that they're coming from.
I've gained a core group of friends. I've gained these experiences going abroad that I would not have had without the help of DePauw. Those donors made DePauw an option for me.
Have you heard of UW?
We're part of Whitewater and our own thing.
Come on, we'll show you.
I learned how to be a college student here, and now I'm headed off to Madison to study global health, and I know I'm ready.
People like me who aren't a fan of big crowds would really like UW because it's welcoming and it's laid back.
My advisor helped me figure out my schedule, organize my time, fill out my FAFSA, and figure out what classes I liked and how to turn that into a major. And if I had to do it again, I would choose URock.
You ready to rock?
You belong here.
I believe sportsmanship is it's a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+. Second half action is just about underway between the 11th-ranked UW-Whitewater Warhawks and the 15th-ranked DePauw University Tigers from Greencastle, Indiana. I'm Gabe Sadowski alongside Nick Demas as DePauw finds themselves out in front so far 10-7 after our first half of play. Nick, what second half adjustments would you say need to be made from both sides of the ball in terms of for Whitewater and for DePauw?
Yeah, thanks, Gabe. I would say specifically for UW-Whitewater on the defensive end of the ball, they need to continue to do what they're doing. I think if they can stop the run a little bit easier, that'll help them in the long run. It's been kind of a fight on that offensive and defensive line for both of those squads. For the offense for DePauw, they've been able to accumulate some offense. They've been able to run the football. They've been able to be successful in the pass game when they've needed to. So look for those elements to continue to move forward. But then for Whitewater's offense, they do have to get something going, right? Like despite one really nice big deep ball, they have not been able to do much, right? Like they've been able to run the football relatively effectively, but they can get a lot better with that. So look for Whitewater to continue to pound the rock, see if more success on the ground.
All right, let's send it down to Sam Way for our halftime report with Coach Jace Rindle.
All right, Coach, so despite the score, how do you plan on keeping your players confident to play the second half of action?
Just got to do it one snap at a time, dive into the details and fundamentals of your job. We put a lot of work in. We care about each other. We believe in the plan and what we're going to do, so let's go execute it one play at a time.
And how are you going to build on what you did in the first half of play?
Offense gets the ball right away, so the first snap's KOR. Let's execute on that. Next play off that is on the offense. So excited for this and believe in this team and ready to go.
All right, thanks so much. Good luck in the second half of play. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Sam. And Nick, you heard it right there from Coach Rindle, kind of getting back to what they know best. And I'm no expert, but I'm going to have to guess that's probably pounding that rock and getting points on the board through that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to like, too, from that response. As your head coach, especially for their team down at halftime, he's confident in this group. They know what they need to do. On the offensive end of the ball, they're going to continue to run. That's not going to change. They're going to continue to hand the ball off. They know their identity. I think that they're going to be able to be successful in that regard. But we're going to have to see how this defense of DePauw, if they continue this prowess, they might leave this game with a victory. So we're going to see on both sides some adjustments made. These guys are getting warmed up here. This is going to be a great second half, and expect some more scoring. I know it's a little bit low scoring now, but from watching the vibe of this game, both defenses have been kind of lackadaisical in a sense. They've been able to stop what they need to stop, but that long play for that long play for Whitewater on offense, you can't have that. You can't have that if you're DePauw. So on the defensive end, look for them to start to lock up and play pressure up. You know what I'm saying? Really stack the box and force them to throw the ball. And then for DePauw's offense, they need to keep doing what they're doing. They're very successful on the ground. They've got almost the same amount of pass yards as they do rush yards, and almost over 100 yards total of offense more than Whitewater. So look for that to be a storyline heading into the second half here, Gabe.
Absolutely. You know, I think another thing, too, with this DePauw defense that we've mentioned all game long, again, is just that rush defense and how stout it has been, really holding Whitewater to just under 30 yards so far in our first half of play. On the year, DePauw holds teams at 12 rushing yards per game. Again, we stress that all game long. That is per game they are holding teams to on the ground. And you see right there, I mean, looking like they're ready to go on their sideline. So we'll see what they're able to do. And I think, too, as well, you got to be able to make DePauw uncomfortable if you're Whitewater's defense, you know. Look at guys like senior linebacker Ethan Gallagher. Go to him. He should be the guy being able to lead this squad and get things going for them. And kudos to these fans here. I mean, it is a cold one in Whitewater, able to stick it out.
Yeah, they've really shown out here for this home team. It's definitely nice to have that support, especially in this kind of weather. But we've talked about it over and over again. I do believe that Whitewater's offense is going to get going here in the second half. It's just going to be a true testament for that DePauw offense. I cannot imagine seeing Whitewater change their look defensively. They've been playing this soft zone, which it's been effective. They've been operable on the defensive end, and they're forcing Ballantyne to kind of get off his spot, so they haven't been as pass heavy as they normally are. But he's a very, very good quarterback and a super efficient passer. So look for him to keep continuing to expose that soft zone in the middle of the field. But I can guarantee you there's going to be some different looks offensively and defensively for this home team here in Whitewater.
Whitewater's offense in that first half, they're only mustering up 89 yards of total offense, 60 through the air, 29 on the ground, like we mentioned. DePauw, on the other hand, 87 pass yards and 97 yards on the ground. Typically, it's the other way around for the Tigers there.
Very much so, and it's going to be Tyler Vasey up the middle and just gets tripped up. Wow, he almost broke that through. That would have been a huge play for this Warhawks team. Nice return for Tyler Vasey, and the Warhawks, Justin Klinkner and company, are going to be setting up just outside the 30-yard line.
Tyler Vasey, really, I guess we can call it one of the gadget players for this Whitewater offense. You see him do it through the air. You see him, and through the air, I mean receiving, obviously. You see him there. You see him on the ground game. He was also a quarterback in high school, too, and a very good one at that. So he is capable of running some of those wildcat trick plays. And the pass there to Charlie Copen is going to get a gain of about 5 or 6 there to bring up second down for the Warhawks.
Wow, I had a really nice angle on that play. Copen actually fumbled that ball at the end of that reception, but got back on top of it. What a great play to start out the half for this offense. Klinkner and company looking to throw the rock right away.
And it'll actually be a new set of downs here. I need to get my glasses checked, I think.
No problem at all. There's a lot in your way here with all this snow coming down.
Klinkner rolls right, and he's going to, wow! brought down that time like a bat out of you-know-where. What a play by that. Wow, Luke Nolan there for the Tigers, Nick.
Yeah, he came straight through that offensive line, unblocked. Wow, and I'm actually surprised there wasn't a bit of a roughing there, that extracurricular on the end. They're definitely letting him play here today, Gabe.
Second down now and a mile for the Warhawks. Stanton, the man in the backfield alongside Klinkner. Klinkner going to throw to his right over to Tyler Vasey, and Vasey is going to be tripped up that time. Bring up third down and long.
Yeah, that's such a killer. I mean, getting that sack, that was a loss of 15 yards on that. Excuse me, a loss of 17 yards on that sack. So you're going to be looking for this offense to be conservative here. You got a third and long coming up. You don't want to make any mistakes coming out of the second half.
Luke Nolan on the year now, 8.5 sacks for him in his senior season, coming out of Zionsville, Indiana.
Here comes the
back
pressure.
To pass.
Nice screenplay. He's got some room here, Gabe.
Stanton going to make a couple of moves, but he's going to fall short of that first down. It'll be about fourth down and about 6, we'll call it.
Believe it or not, that's the first time they've called Brian Stanton's number this game. That was the first pass reception for him. That's going to bring up a fourth down, but that right there is a little bit of a sneak peek on what maybe they can use to be successful. They dropped back for that screen, held tight and strong on that offensive line, was able to get that out to Stanton for a substantial gain.
Dylan Tackett will send away now to the Tigers punt return team. And they're just going to signal for the fair catch that time.
Yeah, what a nice play there to at least get that out. Whitewater, what an interesting possession. You have a great pass play right off the rip, a nice run, and then a quick sack for a loss of 17 yards. Now back on defense, and they're going to have to hold strong here, down 3.
DePauw going to have to go a long ways, though, if they want to try and tack on some more points in this one.
And now they're going into the wind, and I think that was a purposeful thing by Coach Jace Rindall on the coin toss to have the second half start like this for UW-Whitewater.
Ballantyne going to hand it off to Whitehead. Whitehead is going to be brought down early there to bring up second down and long.
And when that's the one thing that I'm looking at and noticing for this offense for the Tigers, they're not having too many negative plays. At the end of the day, they're able to get positive yards on every play. That's a quick gain of 2 there, setting up a 2nd and 8 incoming.
Taking a look at Scott Ballantyne's stats on the year, coming into this one, over 2,600 yards through the air, 30 touchdowns, 3 picks. Great turnover ratio there from him, and he's going to look towards his brother, Robbie Ballantyne, for the pass, but incomplete that time.
Once again, Paul Kim. These cornerbacks for Whitewater have been on absolute locks. That was a one-on-one situation there with the NCAA Offensive Player of the Year. Paul Kim says, no way, not my way. Getting his footing. You can see the elements are really messing with how these guys are cutting. I mean, you're not seeing any quick moves. These routes are very rounded. We'll see on this 3rd and 7.
Ballantyne drops back, looks left, and it's picked off by Whitewater. Karsten Libby with the interception for him, and he's going to look for a little bit more. Touchdown, Warhawks.
Here's a look at that. Wow, what a play there by Karsten Libby. Jumping the pass with the interception, looking like a running back, taking it to the house and sliding for the touchdown. Warhawks take the lead. 2nd interception of the game for Scott Ballantyne, who only had 3 picks all year coming into this game. That's the effect of this Warhawks defense, Gabe.
Karsten Libby with the user lurk there, getting his 4th interception on the season. And now Seth Adams will look to put the Warhawks out in front by 4.
Good snap, good hold, and it is good. 14-10 Warhawks. Wow, what a play there, Gabe. That's not something I was expecting. He had his man Ballantyne on the bottom of your screen, and then looking across the middle in that soft zone we were talking about, Carson Libby lurking.
14-10, Warhawks lead in this one, 11:22 to go here from Perkins Stadium. Don't go anywhere. This is the second round of the D3 NCAA Football Championships live on ESPN+.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium here on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the D3 NCAA Football Championships live on ESPN+. Warhawks lead 14-10 after the Carson Libby pick 6. Nick, talk to us about that, man.
Well, we've talked about this pregame as that ball comes in on a bounce and fielded out to just past the 30-yard line. That defense of UW-Whitewater is ranked 3rd in the nation with 20 interceptions. Make it 21 now with a score. That's the first defensive touchdown allowed by this Tigers team all year. This is not the game for that to happen in, as Whitewater takes the lead 14-10, sets up shop on defense once again.
And Scott Ballantyne, that's only his 4th interception on the year. He's done his 5th interception on the year, rather. He's done a phenomenal job taking care of the ball this season. Ballantyne going to hand it off to Whitehead. Whitehead going to bust it up the middle, but nothing there for him. It'll bring up 2nd down and long.
Wow, look at this Warhawk defense. They're really coming alive here in the second half. That's led by linebacker Carson Libby and Ethan Gallagher. They have been a great duo for this defense. And you've just seen one of the 2 pair I talked about in that last play.
A cold one here in southern Wisconsin. 30 degrees currently. It feels like 15. And there's been 2 inches of snow just in this last hour alone, Nick.
That's ridiculous, and it looks like we might have a false start here on the offense. It's going to be the first of the day. Everyone's got their hands up in the air wondering what's going on, and that's got the Warhawk faithful getting loud.
As our official...
Oh, illegal formation there on the offense. It looks like he had him lined up just off the line, and he needed to be on. They reported 87 as eligible right here on the end of the line here. As you can see, he needs to be up on the line there. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
And penalties like that, they could come back to bite you. Who knows?
Most definitely, especially coming off a pick 6. You got to have some confidence here if you're Scott Ballantyne and company.
2nd down and long, 10:30 to go in quarter number 3, as Ballantyne's going to look towards the way of his brother to get the 1st down, no problem for the Tigers.
Well, see, that's a lot of the same. That's something that we've seen all year from this team. A nice little corner route for him and picking up the 1st down on 2nd and long.
You think Scott's full name is Scotty?
That would be pretty cool. Scotty and Robbie.
Scotty and Robbie, that's too good, man.
That is way too good, especially for how good they are. I mean, they've been, you can imagine how much chemistry you've got playing with your brother for your entire life.
Scott Ballantyne will look to his left, but no good there, looking towards the way of Leighton Lukowski for the Tigers.
Well, and believe it or not, with the elements today, Scott Ballantyne, with the exception of the first pass of the game, he's been pretty on point with all his passes considering the elements, but a couple of jump passes. He's got 2 interceptions in this game. That's going to spell trouble for this offense.
And taking a look at that brotherly connection between Scott and Robbie. I mean, they won last to a high school football championship in Indiana back in 2021 for Andrian High School at Lucas Oil Stadium. They ended up winning that one 21-10 against Evansville Mater Dei. And, I mean, you love to see that success translate to the collegiate level then, Nick.
Well, very much so. They're no stranger to the bright lights playing in Lucas Oil Stadium. What a feat there, especially for a high school team. Seeing there on that last play, that run getting blown up by senior captain Ethan Gallagher, linebacker. He's been the heart and soul of this team on the defensive end of the ball. And he's partially the reason why that they're so versatile.
Third down and long for the Tigers. Whitewater crowd coming alive. Ballantyne steps up in the pocket. He's going to have to scramble for the first down, and he's got that and a little bit more for the Tigers.
Wow, and they're going to throw a flag there at the end for a late hit after the slide. I'm not too sure about that one, Gabe. Considering how they've been calling this game so far, that's a little bit of a ticky-tacky call. We'll see here. And the Whitewater faithful did not like that one.
No.
Wow, they are going to call it. It's going to be an extra 15 yards tacked on there, Gabe. That's going to put these guys right at the red zone fringe line. As you see, Ballantyne gets out of the pocket, steps up with a nice turn, starts to give himself up, and everyone's already on. That is an interesting call there, but a call nevertheless. The game goes on, and Scott Ballantyne and company are in business after the turnover.
And DePauw just looking for the play right now from offensive coordinator Mason Espinosa.
But if you're Whitewater, you got to just keep your head down and play defense here. That's not something. It's something that you can recover from.
Ballantyne going to dump it off now to his tight end for a gain of a couple. It'll bring up second down and medium.
Palmer Samuels with the catch there. He's got 29 receptions for 363 and 5 touchdowns this year. One of the other security blankets there from the tight end room for Scott Ballantyne.
And again, when you got a head coach like Brett Dietz, with his experience, you know, I mean, at the pro level, especially in the National Indoor Football League and the Arena Football League, I mean, if you're Scott Ballantyne, that's about all you can ask for in a quarterback mentor.
100%. He's got a lot of experience playing the quarterback position, as you said. It's going to be a quick run play there by Caden Whitehead. He's had a pretty successful game so far.
Third down and short for the Tigers in the Whitewater side of the field. Red zone opportunity for them here.
They've been very successful here. We'll see if they can continue that.
And you see the snow coming down there, and I mean it coming down.
Yeah, it's definitely increased here. It's gotten a lot heavier as he takes the pass.
Ballantyne with the touchdown. The Ballantyne Law Firm is open for business, Nick.
That is correct. What a play, just a quick slant. And we've talked about those routes being a little rounded. That was far from it. What a great route by Robbie Ballantyne, the NCAA Offensive Player of the Year.
And by no mistake either. Plays like that prove that for them. Now with his 16th touchdown reception on the year for him.
And that was just a tale of a great possession for this Tigers offense coming off of that pick six. Like we talked about earlier, they will not stop throwing the rock no matter what.
Matthew Berry will try for the point after, and he will get it to go now to put the Tigers out in front by 3, 17-14, with 7:30 to go here from Perkins Stadium. Don't go anywhere. This is the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+.
proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+. A Robbie Ballantyne touchdown reception from his brother Scott Ballantyne makes it a 17-14 ball game here with 7:30 to go, Nick.
Yeah, we highlighted that dynamic duo, and they strike once again. That is now over half of Scott Ballantyne's touchdowns going to his brother, Robbie Ballantyne, NCAA Offensive Player of the Year. Just a great feat. That is a fantastic duo that they have over there. Scott Ballantyne's turning this around a little bit after the 2 interceptions here. 12 for 26, 119 yards, a touchdown and 2 interceptions. While Justin Klinkner has been very efficient. 7 for 8, 87 yards and a touchdown to start this one out, Gabe.
Impressive stuff so far we have seen from both of these teams, really, but especially this DePauw team today, Nick.
Yeah, they are showing their true colors. They are here to fight.
And a little bit of a bobbled recovery there, but able to pick it up that time for Whitewater as they will be about their, we'll say, 30-yard line.
It's a nice tactic by the Tigers. They're not trying to rip these kickoffs down. They're trying to get them wobbly so it's hard to field for this receiving team for Whitewater. And as you can see there, just a 7-yard return and starting kind of deep in their own territory for UW-Whitewater. They got a long field ahead of them.
And that Robbie Ballantyne touchdown reception now makes it so that he's had a touchdown reception in all of his games played this season. Impressive stuff from the senior.
Ty Schultz has stood up at the line of scrimmage there. That's that #1 ranked rush defense in the country at its finest.
Of course, that unit led by senior Dominic Siebel, the defensive player of the year for the NCAC, and they have just done a phenomenal job all year long, making their presence known on that side of the ball. 2nd down and 10 now for the Warhawks. Klinkner going to look to pass, and he's got his man, Vasey, and that'll be good enough for the 1st down.
Wow, Tyler Vasey's having a really, really nice game so far. That's a nice corner route. It's exactly what they needed. Nice cut off the line of scrimmage, turning it upfield and going straight to the sideline with a beautifully thrown ball. We've not talked enough about Justin Klinkner in this game so far. He's been extremely efficient.
Klinkner more of a dual threat quarterback, and you see him a lot of the time putting his head down as he's unable to connect with Blake Haggerty there that time, the transfer from Northern Colorado, a Division I FCS school coming over last year. But yeah, Klinkner more of a guy who's going to put his head down and pick up those 1st downs like we saw earlier on in the 1st quarter there.
He's one of my favorite quarterbacks in Division III football to watch. He's got a lot of upside, and as the first-year starter here as a sophomore, leading this team like he has been very impressive.
Klinkner going to throw right, and he's got his man, and he's going to be brought down that time by the DePauw defense, Joey Rowland.
Wow, a little bit of chirping after the play there. Joey Rowland, along with Blake Haggerty. I'm surprised there might not have been a little bit of a breakup with all that, but yeah, they're definitely talking out there too. There's a lot of smack talk going on. Both of these teams are very, very proud of what they bring to the table, and we've got a 3rd down and 4 for this Warhawk offense.
Right at about midfield for the Warhawks. Haggerty will be set in motion for them, and they're going to get the 1st down, as that was actually Patrick Lippy who was in motion. Blake Haggerty with the reception there.
Just a great play call. I mean, you've got to like what the Warhawks have going on the offensive end. They've kind of seen that they're able to throw the ball. These cornerbacks for the Tigers are playing this soft man coverage off the line, allowing them to just take a little 5-yard out route and just catch the ball. They've been able to be methodical on this drive, wait for Justin Klinkner and company to possibly take a shot here.
Whitewater on the Tigers side of the field now as he's going to look towards the line of scrimmage there about for Blake Haggerty again, and he'll get a gain of a couple.
I like that play call. I think there's a lot to like on this offensive side of the ball for UW-Whitewater, and it looks like they're opening the playbook a little bit more here as the third quarter starts to come to an end.
Second down and long. Klinkner fakes the throw, and he's going to put his head down again and get another gain of a couple to bring up third down.
Wow, that's a tough run there from the quarterback position, lowering your shoulder to a defensive end, putting one on his back. They needed 2 to bring him down on that play there, Gabe.
And now the DePauw sideline going to get a little loud for their Tigers. Third down and long. 3:57 to go in the third quarter from Perkins Stadium. Klinkner sends his man in motion. Drops back. Surveys his options. Looks left for Haggerty, and he's got the first down.
That is exactly what the Warhawks needed. Just a beautiful pass once again by Justin Klinkner. When he's airing that ball out, he's not putting a lot on it, and it's just allowing for these receivers to really haul these balls in. Just a great play there for the Warhawks. Great answer.
As looks like we missed a flag on the play there. They're going to call it back, it looks like.
Wow.
The officials, we're having a hard time hearing them. I don't think their mic is on, so it's a little difficult just to see what the call is, hear what the call is rather, but.
Yeah, we've seen a defensive lineman fall during that possession, and it looks like they called a holding.
Okay.
That's going to be a 10-yard loss, and that's going to set up a third in miles. Got to be careful here if you're the Warhawks.
22 yards to go here for the Warhawks. And it looked like they might have got a man to jump there, and certainly is the case. That was Luke Nolan there for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's going to 100% be an encroachment on the defense. Looks like they're getting together for possibly a false start. You see 42 come over the line here. No flinching here on the offensive end. That's got to be an encroachment call. And that is exactly the call. Warhawks catch a break. Nice hard count there by sophomore quarterback Justin Klinkner.
So that'll certainly help them then in this case.
Going right back to where they were, right, Gates?
No kidding.
It's going to turn that holding into essentially just a 5-yard loss. It's going to be set up for a 3rd and 18 here for the Warhawks.
Let's see what they got, Nick. Klinkner trying to hard count again, but this time Tigers not falling for it. Klinkner over the middle, and he's got a man again. Tyler Vasey with the first down.
Tyler Vasey. He's having a fantastic game so far. That's going to be his 5th reception. That's going to put him just under 40 total yards for the game through the air. Been a couple of guys through the air. Patrick Lippy, Tyler Vasey, even Brian Stanton getting involved in the pass game. Klinkner's looking very comfortable here at home, Gabe.
Klinkner on the year got just over 1,600 yards through the air, 18 touchdowns, 7 interceptions coming into this one, and he's got Blake Haggerty again for a first down.
This Warhawks offense is trusting in their sophomore quarterback. We talked about this pregame. This defense of the DePauw Tigers, they're giving up about 230 yards plus through the air every game, and it looks like this Warhawk offense is finding their stride throwing the football. Whitewater's now 2 for 3 on their third down conversions here in just the third quarter. That's a recipe for success.
First down and 10 for the Warhawks. Klinkner has to skip away from the pressure, and he's going to throw that one over to his man. It looked like it might have fallen to the ground there. I don't believe they are gonna rule it a catch. Okay.
It was a good catch. Looks like there's possible either illegal hands to the face or a holding there on the offense.
Let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Sam Way, for our third quarter report.
So with how impressive these teams have been, I think it's time we take a deeper dive and give a little credit to the head coaches of both of these teams. Starting off, we have head coach Brett Dietz, who is the head coach of DePauw University. He was a quarterback during his entire football career. He played and started his junior and senior seasons at Hanover University, who is actually in the playoffs, the D3 playoffs this year. He has coached in DePauw since 2010, but before he turned to coaching, he was able to play in the AFL and the NIFL. Switching sidelines to Coach Jace Rendall, who attended and played for UW-Whitewater as a linebacker. Before coaching for Whitewater, he coached at South Dakota for a year as their running backs coach. He started coaching in Whitewater in 2015 and became the head coach in 2023. The Warhawks are known for their strong defense, which is where we can see Coach Rendall's national championship past come into play. Back up to you guys.
Thank you for that report there, Sam. And as she mentioned, Coach Rendall winning a national title as a player with the Warhawks back in 2007, was also National Defensive Player of the Year for D3 football as well.
Yeah, this Warhawk offense had a quick penalty there. That was a holding call, dropped him back 10 yards, and then a nice little 7-yard gain on the ground there.
And looking at Brett Dietz as well, Sam mentioned it, his career in the Arena Football League, the National Indoor Football League as well. Being able to have that experience on the offensive side of the ball. Again, I talked about it a little bit earlier, but that's all you can really ask for if you're this DePauw offense.
100% there, Gabe. Klinkner there with just a short pass. He needed to plant his feet to get under that. That would have been a nice gain, but comes up short. It's going to bring up 4th and 13 for this Warhawks offense, and they are going to punt this one away, it looks like, just to play some field position. Oh, it looks like they're actually bringing out the field goal unit here in the Elements. They got the win at their back. It's going to be Seth Adams here kicking his first field goal of the game. He's 11 for 14 on the year, as long as 52.
Ball is on the 23-yard line of DePauw, so this would be a 40-yard try. 1 for 2 on the season.
Good snap, good hold. It's good.
Good it is, Nick. Tie ball game, 17-17 with 23 seconds to go here from Perkins Stadium. Don't go anywhere. This is the second round of the D3 NCAA Football Championships live on ESPN+.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium here on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the D3 NCAA Football Championships live on ESPN+. A Seth Adams field goal nets things up 17-17 with 23 seconds to go here in Whitewater, Wisconsin, in a heck of a snowstorm we got today, Nick.
100%, Gabe. This has been a fantastic game. I mean, these kicks too are surprising me. In the snow, I mean, that's a 40-yard field goal in the elements, so that's impressive.
DePauw will receive the kickoff there, and what a smackdown laid. Jeez. How about that?
What a hit. Gets right back up, taps his helmet. That's yours truly, Karsten Libby, middle linebacker for this Warhawk defense, and just gets right back into his spot and is ready to go on defense.
Libby, of course, had that pick 6 for that Whitewater defense that put them up early on in this one, and now going into the fourth quarter, we got a tie ball game, Nick.
We do indeed. This has been everything that you could ask for a Division III second round playoff here on ESPN Plus.
Ballantyne gets it over to his man, Carson Johnson, and he's going to be brought down. Clock will continue, as that should take us right into the fourth quarter.
And who else on the tackle? Karsten Libby, once again.
So after that, still 17-17 ball game now as we head into quarter number 4 from Perkins Stadium on the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. Don't go anywhere. This is the second round of the NCAA Football Championships live on ESPN+.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the NCAA Football Championships live on ESPN+. A snowy Saturday playoff game here in southern Wisconsin leaves us with a 17-17 ball game going into quarter number 4, Nick.
I mean, it's been everything that you could ask for a Division III playoff game in the second round here on ESPN+. Got a very interesting stat for you to start this fourth quarter. Head coach Brett Dietz for DePauw University is 0-1 when tied after 3 quarters in his coaching career. They have not been tied going into the fourth quarter for any games this year that they've won, or excuse me, that they've lost. So at all 9 games that they've won this year, they were leading going into the fourth quarter. And the only game that they've not been in the lead, they've lost.
Very interesting stat there. Kudos to our spotter, Ryan Hollida, for helping us out with that there. Thank you, Ryan.
Can't thank Ryan enough. He's always in here working hard down there with a great halftime report with the crew. Excited to be out here with all you guys today on ESPN+.
Second down and long for the Tigers as we enter our final quarter of play here from Perkins Stadium. Ballantyne going to hand it off that time to Johnson, it looks like, and Johnson will, let's see where they mark him. Looks like he's got the first down.
Yeah, about a 10.5-yard pickup there on first down. It's exactly what this Tigers offense needed.
Ball will be on the 35-yard line of the Tigers. First down and 10 for them.
Yeah, I would have never, ever estimated this game to go as the way it has, to be completely honest with you. Both teams are passing the ball well, but this DePauw offense has been able to pound the rock.
Whitehead going to juke to his right, but he's going to be tripped up to bring up second down and long now. Again, if you're just tuning in, southern Wisconsin is expected to see at least 8 inches of snow today. We've already had 2 just in the last hour alone. And I'm just taking a wild guess here. I think we're going to eclipse that 8-inch mark here from Whitewater.
I couldn't agree with you more. We might have already had 8 inches of snow at this point already.
It feels like it. Second down now for the Tigers. Ballantyne going to look deep for his man. Does he have him? Yes, he does! Robbie Ballantyne with the reception.
Wow, what a route there. He beat his man right off the line of scrimmage. And that's the first time we've seen Robbie Ballantyne break free. Look at him staying strong in the pocket with a beautiful pass down the sideline and the diving hookup there for the brotherly combination, Ballantyne to Ballantyne.
That's such a cool story, man. I mean, imagine them just throwing the pigskin around in the backyard growing up.
It doesn't get any better than that.
That's so cool.
And the amount of chemistry that you have to have with someone you've been playing football with that long is just immense.
First down now for DePauw. Ballantyne going to look deep again for his brother, but nothing there.
And they're going to throw a flag. Pass interference there. They're going to have the ball at the 1 yard line, Gabe.
Paul Kim on the coverage there that time. Just a little too much contact. You'll see right here on our replay with the hands there. Yep.
Definitely a little handsy there. You could see the ref. He's trying to let them play there on the sideline, but just a little bit too aggressive there. And this Tigers offense is in business once again, Gabe. We talked about this right before the half, expecting a lot more scoring here in the second half, and it's been just that.
Ball spotted at the 10-yard line for the DePauw offense. As refs are going to talk a couple things over, maybe looking to just clarify a couple things. Decent turnout, though, still from this game. I mean, all things considered. Again, we said earlier, it's about 30 degrees outside, feels like 15. And again, we already touched on the snow, so very solid crowd here in Whitewater today.
All things considered, you are correct. Due to the travel notice and trying to get everybody out here to the stadium, we got a winter weather advisory here in southern Wisconsin until Sunday.
Ballantyne going to fake the handoff, looking for his brother, but nothing there. And another flag is going to be thrown on the Warhawk defense.
Wow.
And you see there, Devin Magley a little confused by that one. Number 11 in black for the Warhawks. The Whitewater crowd certainly letting the officials know about it.
First and goal from the 1. That's going to be a pass interference in the end zone. Going to be setting up from the right hash on offense here for the Tigers.
We'll see what DePauw is able to come up with here as they are in prime position now. Ball on the 2-yard line.
Yeah,
not a whole long way to go.
Look for this inside zone sweep there. And that's lit up. Right away, read like a book there on the defensive end. That's a great play by Captain Ethan Gallagher reading the play. Sending him back to the 5-yard line there, Gabe.
Gallagher leading this Whitewater defense in tackles so far this season, coming in with 90 on the year.
He just reads that play. Wow. That's a great shot there by our field crew.
Ball on the 5-yard line now of Whitewater. Ballantyne gonna look left. Does he have his man? Oh, I don't know.
A bobble
It's a
catch.
touchdown! Touchdown, Tigers!
Wow, what a second effort there. Wow. Bobbled it. Still brought it back in. Leighton Lukowski with the touchdown catch.
What an effort there that time. My goodness, check this out. Bobbles the pass.
Tips it to himself.
Comes up with it.
Wow.
My goodness, Evan Pitzer, the tight end.
Pitzer's got 7 receptions for 152 yards this year and add his first touchdown of the year in the most important game of the year for this Tigers offense.
Matthew Berry will try for the point after now. 42 of 46 coming into this game on the year in those. And it looks like it'll be a delay of game, so it'll push the point after try a little further back.
Let's take a look at this here now, Gabe. That might be a problem. If this happens to be a miss for this Tigers special teams, that could come and bite them at the end of this game.
And Barry's point after try is blocked.
Blocked! What did we just talk about, Gabe? What a play there by the defense of the Warhawks. Holy cow.
So after the blocked point after try, DePauw will remain out in front by 6, leading 23-17. Check out this replay right here on that. What a job that time.
And who else? Gabe Sadowski. Number 8, Karsten Libby with a block. He's got a pick 6, a blocked extra point, and 4 solo tackles in this game so far.
We're going to quick send it to break. Score is still 23-17 in favor of DePauw here from Perkins Stadium. Don't go anywhere. This is the second round of the D3 NCAA Football Championships live on ESPN+.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the D3 NCAA Football Championships live on ESPN+. A blocked point after attempt makes it remain a 6-point ball game here in Whitewater as the Tigers lead 23-7 after the Evan Pitzer touchdown reception.
Oh, Libby almost had a lane there, and it looks like there's a flag on the play once again. It's going to be an illegal block in the back. That's going to send them back another 10 yards there, Gabe. Coach Jace Rindole is not happy on the sideline. But what a sequence of events there to end that drive. I mean, just a great pass to the end zone on a double clutch touchdown reception, and that is for sure going to be an illegal block in the back. That's going to send them back 10 yards there with Justin Klinkner in company. This Whitewater offense is going to be going into the wind now to finish this game.
And we mentioned Evan Pitzer for DePauw earlier. Interestingly enough, that was his first touchdown reception on the year, but he did have a rushing touchdown earlier in the year as well. So, again, first touchdown reception for Pitzer there.
Ty Schultz with the half-yard carry there on first down. They've really not been able to run the ball effectively much at all today. They've got just 25 yards on the ground. That's a season low for this Warhawks offense, and we talked about that coming into this game against this #1 ranked rush defense. Oddly enough, though, the Warhawks have been very neck and neck in the pass game with this high-powered offense of DePauw.
Second down and 10 now. Man in motion for Whitewater. Klinkner looks to his left again, and it's going to be dropped that time. Noah Battle was the intended receiver for the Warhawks there. Third down and 10 now.
Yeah, Whitewater getting some fresh legs in there from the running back position. Brian Stanton, we talked about him as an impact player coming into this game, the junior running back. He's got over 600 yards on the ground this year. look for him to get involved here on this 3rd and long.
Whitewater under 200 yards of offense on the day, sitting currently just over 170. Klinkner will drop back now. Evades the pressure, and he's going to be tripped up and brought down that time by Chris Green, the nose tackle for the Tigers on a huge 3rd down stop for them.
That's going to be a quick 3 and out for this Warhawk offense, and they're going to have to punt this ball into the wind and try and get a stop against this high-powered offense of the Tigers. A lot of time left, clock's ticking, just over 10 minutes remain. The Tigers lead 23-17.
Dylan Tackett will send it away for the Warhawks.
High flying punt, bit of a wobbler.
Johnson will just signal for the fair catch. Brought him to the ground. Could have been a dangerous situation there.
Very much so, and this Tigers offense is in business, setting up shop from midfield.
And that's just about all you can ask for if you're signaling for a fair catch there, to be able to trot out onto the field and try and add some more points to the board there.
Exactly, 23-17, 6-point lead. They are looking to put some points on the board. Now, if you're Whitewater, they absolutely need to stop here. You've got your 2 essential all-star linebackers in Carson Libby and Ethan Gallagher. They've been able to disrupt this offense. We'll see if the guys on the outside, Paul Kim and Caden Sleets, can continue to cover.
DePauw, again, looking for their first road win in the playoffs in program history. And what a win it would be if they're able to pull it off, Nick.
Well, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better situation. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, on the road in these elements. You've got the wind at your back to finish the game. We'll see if they can put together a drive here to put this Warhawks team away.
2nd down and 7 for the Tigers. Scott Ballantyne quarterbacking this DePauw offense. He's going to fake the handoff, and now he's going to look for his brother Robbie, and he does not have him that time on that attempt.
And just to tune in from around Division III football, the matchup of Wheaton and Wartburg, just over 3 minutes in that game. Wheaton trails 14-16. That's something to watch for the implications for how this one turns out, Gabe.
Another top 25 matchup in all of D3 football right there. And like you said, Nick, keep your eyes on that one. Winner of that game is going to play the winner of this one. 3rd down and long now for the Tigers.
Huge play here on the defensive side for Whitewater.
Ballantyne nearly sacked that time, but he's going to evade the pressure, and he's going to scramble for more for the 1st down and then some for the Tigers.
What a play by Scott Ballantyne, getting out of the pocket and running. 20-yard carry for the quarterback. That is a killer for the defense of this Warhawks team.
Ballantyne not used to rushing the ball. He's only coming in to this game on the year with just 26 total yards rushing the ball on 51 attempts. So maybe he just put on his best running shoes today. I don't know, Nick.
He must have. He just had 25 yards on that one carry, so he's already surpassed his season high in this game.
First down and 10 for the Tigers as they're going to hand it off to Carson Johnson there, but he's going to be stopped and swallowed up by that Whitewater front line.
Time's ticking now. The clock is not on Whitewater's side in this regard. They're going to need a stop in a big way here. Stops and scores in that order.
And that last run by Scott Ballantyne, that is his longest of the season for him. 8:09 to go from Perkins Stadium. DePauw leading this one 23-17. Ballantyne going to hand it off to Johnson. Johnson makes a man miss, but he's going to be tripped up by the elements, we'll say, and fall for third and about medium now.
Well, that was a break, a nice lucky break for this Warhawk defense. If Johnson was able to bounce this outside, take a look here. He bounces outside, he looks to make that quick cut back and just can't. Fall short for just a 3-yard gain. This is going to bring up a 3rd and 6 for this offense. You got to think this is almost 4-down territory for the Tigers, considering you have the lead.
Ball on the 21-yard line. Scott Ballantyne going to look for his brother, and he's got him for the first down. Now in prime scoring territory. 1st and goal, Tigers.
Wow, just once again, it's the same song, different symphony. Keep calling that name, Ballantyne to Ballantyne. Once again, that's going to put Robbie Ballantyne close to 100 yards on the game. It's going to be his 5th reception. Clock's still running, just under 7 minutes remain. This Tigers offense here in the red zone.
Ballantyne going to give it to Johnson. Johnson spins around, and he'll be brought down again to bring up 2nd down and goal to go for the Tigers.
Ethan Gallagher getting in there on the tackle.
Ball on the 7-yard line now for DePauw. Just under 350 total yards of offense in the game.
As of right now, this is a season low rushing for this Whitewater Warhawks offense as well.
And they've got to hurry up and snap the ball here. Only 2 seconds left on the play clock. They do get it off. Ballantyne going to scramble and will be brought down again, swallowed up by that Whitewater defensive line.
And that's going to be a sack recorded. 2 defenders colliding there. It's going to be Karsten Libby. Looks like Carson Libby and Jaden Fowler coming in there on the tackle. It's going to bring up another 3rd down, 3rd and goal. And this Tigers offense has just silenced the crowd here at home, putting together this drive starting at the 50-yard line. Looking at a 3rd and goal, just over 5 minutes remaining.
And you can see, too, they're really trying to run as much clock off here as they can. Ballantyne will look for the end zone. Nothing there for him, though, as it'll bring up 4th down and goal.
Well, and that's a best-case scenario for the Warhawks here, stopping the clock with the incompletion. Now they have to go all out to block this field goal. Devin Magley, the safety, number 11 on the play. Great pass breakup. Robbie Ballantyne's got 5 receptions for 90 yards and a touchdown. Once again, we'll see here if the Warhawks can put together another interesting block. Coach Chase Rendall is going to take a timeout here for the UW-Whitewater Warhawks.
Just under 5 to go here from Perkins Stadium. Tigers leading by 6, 23-17. Don't go anywhere. This is the 2nd round of the NCAA football playoffs live on ESPN+.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the 2nd round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+. A 3rd down and goal to go stop by the Whitewater defense makes this about a 23-yard field goal for the Tigers, and it'll be through the uprights to make it a 9-point ball game, Nick.
2-score game under 5 minutes here at home for the Warhawks. They're going to have to put something together here in a hurry if they want to win this game, Gabe.
very quickly indeed. You know, that two-possession game like that, you got to be able to just run that hurry-up offense and get things going.
When they're going to have to take some shots here. You don't like to be in a position like this, back against the wall. You're going to have to throw into the wind. You're going to have to throw the football as well. You're not going to be able to run the ball. This is going to be almost desperation mode here if you're the Warhawks trying to get back into this one. You really just need 3 on this possession if you want to get the ball back, but they've not shown any signs of stopping this offense for the Tigers. They have 172 yards through the air and 172 yards on the ground, totaling 344 for the game. There's a lot to like on both sides of the football, but this Tigers team has shown their true colors and been able to hold out here in the fourth quarter.
And credit to him, too. I mean, being able to come onto the road like this and being able to keep up the same pace of play with the Warhawks in their home stadium, Nick.
100%. This has been a great matchup to watch here for the NCAA Division III Football Championship second round. We'll see if there's any answers from this Warhawks team. Considering how this game's going, there very well might be.
Just under 5 to go here from Perkins Stadium. Again, this DePauw team lost here in the second round 4 seasons ago against this Whitewater squad, 45-0, and looking to get a little revenge maybe today. Tyler Vasey, the man on the return now, as he's going to get a little bit more than that, as that'll take the Whitewater offense to about the 35-yard line. Let's send it down to the sidelines for our reporter, Sam Way. Take it away, Sam.
Ryan, Colin, and I were able to touch on the future of one of these two teams earlier in the halftime report. The winner of this game will play the winner of the Wartburg-Wheaton game, who is currently top of the fourth quarter, with Wartburg winning against Wheaton 16-14. Like I said, they still have the rest of the fourth quarter, but they will play whoever wins this game. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Sam. Wartburg currently out in front, 16-14, like she mentioned, in this one. And taking a look, too, at the other NCAC team, like DePauw, John Carroll has already won today in a rout against Randolph-Macon, 35-6. Congratulations to those guys over there.
And that's going to be an incomplete pass. The pass play on the previous play went to Colin Fritz across the middle for an 18-yard pickup. He had some defenders on his back. Take a look at this here, diving for the ball. They're calling it incomplete. Don't really have too great of an angle on that due to the snow coming down. It looks like it hit the turf, and we are here for a 2nd and 10.
I was going to say it looked like it bounced off his hands almost, so correct call by the officials there.
Whitewater in desperation mode here, looking to get the ball down the field in a hurry.
Klinkner's going to lob it, and oh my goodness, it's caught! Touchdown, Warhawks, Jaquise Brooks.
What a play! The tip drill goes the way of the Warhawks, and they are right back into this game.
Wow, what an effort there by Brooks holding on to the ball. Check out this replay. Like you said, tip drill, Nick.
Oh, my goodness. And that is the elements playing in the favor of the Wisconsin team. Extra point to follow, and the Warhawks are back in business, Gabe. Wow.
That'll make it a, pending the PAT, it'll make it a 3-point ball game after the 6 right there from Jaquise Brooks for the Warhawks.
Good snap, good hold, and it is no good. Wide left. This game just keeps on surprising us over and over again. It's a 3-point game.
Christmas has come early with all of these surprise gifts we've seen, Nick, in this one.
Wow.
Tigers still out in front, 26-23 now, after the Jacques Brooks touchdown reception with 4:11 to go here from Perkins Stadium. Don't go anywhere. This is the second round of the NCAA D3 football playoffs live on ESPN+.
A good citizen is someone who wants to make a positive impact, both in their communities and in the world around them. The Division III approach is absolutely the best approach out there for amateur sport because it wants student athletes to explore all parts of who they are. Be successful in the classroom, be successful in competition, be successful in the community. So our student athletes learn what it means to strive for and attain success, but doing it the right way and being good citizens.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the NCAA D3 football championships live on ESPN+. The Jacques Brooks touchdown makes it a 3-point ball game, but the Seth Adams missed PAT keeps it a three-point difference, Nick.
That's right. Wow, what a series of events. The last missed PAT by Seth Adams was September 20th of this year versus Mary Harton Baylor. So we are in for quite the finish here, Gabe.
That Mary Harton Baylor game was a huge one for the Warhawks as they lost to them last season right here at Perkins Stadium, and they went down to Texas and was able to take down the Crusaders.
That is very true. This has been just an absolute dogfight to finish this game. This is what Division III playoffs are all about. 23-26. Tigers have the ball here on offense and are looking to put the Warhawks away. We'll see if the Warhawks have any sort of answer here on the defensive end to try and get the ball back here.
And it's a snow game.
It is.
Just adding on to the excitement.
It is indeed. I mean, we've got every element of a good football game you could possibly think of. We couldn't have asked for a better day here on ESPN+.
And you hear the Whitewater crowd now trying to back their defense for the Warhawks, trying to get a little involved in this one. First and 10 for the Tigers. Ballantyne rolls to his right, dumps it off that time to his tight end Palmer Samuels, and Samuels will fall just short of the first down yard marker.
And we're going to be taking an injury timeout here. Looks like both on the play got hurt. Efren Ramirez with the tackle there.
All right, so with the timeout, we're going to take a quick one on our end. Tigers still leading this one, 26-23, 3:54 to go here in quarter number 4. Don't go anywhere. This is the second round of the D3 NCAA football championships live on ESPN+.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium here on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the NCAA D3 football championships live on ESPN+.
Caden Sleets getting walked off the field there. Hopefully he's all right. Take a look here on the replay. A stumble into a big hit. Looks like that right knee there at Caden Sleets is a little twisted up, but he's standing up on the sideline. Very good to see there. Everybody got off the field on their own feet. Thankful for no serious injuries there on that play.
And you saw him there able to stand up on the sidelines, on the sideline as well. Great shot by our crew there, able to get Caden Sleets. Hopefully everyone involved on that last play is okay.
Just 2 timeouts for the Warhawks here, 3 for DePauw.
Second and short for the Tigers. trying to milk as much of that clock off as they can.
And the clock should run on the officials' clock here due to the injury timeout there.
Clock is at 3:30 for a total time in this one. And that one going to be handed off to Whitehead, and Whitehead looked like kind of slid there towards the end, maybe a little
and it looks like
banged up on that play.
Yeah, he kind of bounced off the ground there. Another injury timeout here for DePauw.
He is walking off the field, though. Stinger, though, for sure.
Definitely a stinger.
So clock stops there, 3:10 left on the official clock.
Clock's going to start rolling here now off of that play. 3 minutes and counting here in Whitewater, Wisconsin. It's going to be a fresh set of downs. This is clutch time here for this Warhawks defense. With
Absolutely.
The clock running, they're going to have to get stops on this possession specifically. They cannot allow a first down if they want this ball back.
First down and 10 from the 36-yard line of DePauw. Johnson going to try and sneak to his right, but he's going to be brought down by Karsten Libby.
And there's going to be the first timeout for UW-Whitewater. Setting up a 2nd and 10.
Nick, let's look through some of these scores across the country for all of D3 football. You see the play right there. Nice little gang tackle by, looks like Ethan Gallagher and Karsten Libby of the Warhawks, able to bring down Carson Johnson. But across the country, though, let's take a look at some of these scores. Johns Hopkins defeats Springfield 35-14. The number 1 team in the country, Mount Union, is able to stomp Mohlberg 49-7. The 2 WIAC teams who have already moved on include UW La Crosse defeating Hope College 9-7 on the road, and then UW Platteville able to beat Alma 24-7 down there in southwestern Wisconsin. Again, we already mentioned the John Carroll game as well, as they were able to win that one 35-6. Eastern upsets Franklin and Marshall 28-24. And a big upset here, Susquehanna, the number 34 ranked team in MPI, upsets number 3 Christopher Newport 42-28, and they will go on to play Eastern next week. Second down and 10 here. Tigers able to get quite a decent gain there, as it'll bring up second down and medium. Third down and medium, rather.
Third down and short. It looks like about a 3rd and 4. And that's going to be another timeout for Whitewater to stop the clock. They have just 1 remaining. This is it right here. They're banking on this to happen because they want to use that 2-minute warning to their advantage if they can. If Whitewater can get a stop here, there is time.
So just before the 2-minute warning here, Tigers out in front, 26-23, and we'll come back from break on a 3rd and short attempt. Don't go anywhere. This is the second round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+. 3rd and 4 to go here for the DePauw Tigers offense as they lead 26-23 in this one against the Whitewater Warhawks.
They're 9 for 15 on 3rd down today. Let's see if that continues here.
Ballantyne going to hand it off to his man, Johnson, and it looks like
he's going to come up short, Gabe.
It looks like it, Nick.
He didn't get there, and that's going to be another timeout for the Warhawks. So this is going to be an interesting decision here.
Absolutely.
With the short gain there on 3rd down. And the timeout by UW-Whitewater, they get to stop the clock one more time with the 2-minute warning. Do the Tigers go for it here on 4th down and seal this game, Gabe, or are they going to punt it away and play conservative?
I think you have to. I think you have to go for it if you're Brett Dietz's squad. You have come into a tough Whitewater environment like this. You've proven that you can hang with a team like the Warhawks. I think if I'm Brett Dietz, I'm telling my guys out of this timeout here, go for it.
Everything or nothing.
You guys have earned it. You guys have proven to me that you are capable. Go win us this game. If I'm Brett Dietz, I'm saying that verbatim to those guys.
And it sounds like that might be the recipe. We're going to see here if they're going to go for it. DePauw's 1 for 2 on 4th down today. They've been extremely efficient on the year. 13 for 15, which is 87% on the year, so they are no stranger to going for it on 4th down. This could be the season here for either side.
And you can see the snowfall here in southern Wisconsin. We've been talking about it all broadcast long. A total of at least 8 inches is expected today in southern Wisconsin. We could see as much as even 15 inches for an extreme high, but again, those are just projections should it get that high. But already today, I mean, we have seen a lot of snow, Nick.
We have, and that offense is staying out.
Yes, they are.
The Tigers are going to go for it. This is for the win here. This is the game. If DePauw gets the 1st down, this is it. And they move on to the 3rd round of the playoffs.
4th down and short from the 44-yard line. 2:20 to go in regulation.
They're not going to snap it, Gabe. They're not going to snap it.
8 seconds left on the play clock, so we'll see. If you're Whitewater, though, you just can't jump.
Wow, look at how disciplined that defense is. And they're going to punt this thing away, Gabe. We're in for a great finish here on ESPN+.
Whew. My goodness. We're going to take a quick break on our end of things. 26-23, the Tigers out in front of the University of Wisconsin Warhawks, and this one, number 11 versus number 15. Don't go anywhere. This is the 2nd round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
Valentine.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the 2nd round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships. 4th down and 1 here for DePauw as they will bring out their punt unit to send it away for Whitewater and challenging them to go win this game.
Blake Haggerty back to return in for Tyler Vasey. Watch for the direct snap here. Low snap, gets the punt away.
Buddy Gomez, the
it's
punter.
Short and out of bounds. That looks like it went out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
I think you're right, Nick. I think that's about where they're going to spot it.
Let's see. It's going even just in front. It's going to be at the 35-yard line. The Warhawks can stop the clock one time with a 2-minute warning. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remain. We are in for a finish here in Whitewater, Wisconsin, folks.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Nick. Whitewater in this one for their offense, over 200 yards passing and under 20 yards rushing, Nick. That is not like this Warhawk squad.
It's not, and they've abandoned the run essentially in the second half here. We're going to see what Klinkner and company have up their sleeve.
Vasey in motion for the Warhawks. Klinkner going to look deep for his man. Does he have him? No, he does not. But there is a flag on the play.
Wow. Wow, what a mistake there.
That could have huge implications in this one.
That's going to be a spot foul there, and that's going to move the Warhawks down the field about 30 yards.
Wow.
And you like the defense there. Like, I understand the play. He got there just a little early. It was a great play on the ball. He tried to bring him down as soon as the ball came into the breadbasket, and he just was not able to haul it in. The Warhawks are in business, starting from midfield.
So the defensive PI advances the ball 15 yards right at midfield now, and all of a sudden, Whitewater in a much favorable position to try and get something going on offense here. As they do just that, as the chains will keep moving after the Jaquise Brooks reception there.
And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning here, Gabe.
26-23, DePauw leads over the Whitewater Warhawks. Don't go anywhere. This is the second round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships on ESPN+.
We are in for a treat here, Gabe. This has been a fantastic fourth quarter. We're looking at a 26-23 lead for this Tigers team. Second down, there's been 6 different receivers for the Warhawks who have caught a pass today. And that's a testament to this, I would say, lackadaisical secondary so far in this second half for the Tigers.
Ball on the 41-yard line of DePauw as Whitewater's going to throw an interception. Picked off by DePauw. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, and that is going to do it.
Holtz Hildebrandt wins the game for the Tigers, and they're going to go on and advance to the third round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships, Nick.
Wow, what a play. And you saw the look. It was a great look from Klinkner across the middle. He just put a little bit too much on it, airmailed it, and he's going to want that back. What a season here for this Whitewater team. Unfortunately, it's going to come to an end with a turnover.
This will be DePauw's first road win in the playoffs in program history. And what a way to do it. Coming here 4 years ago, they lose 45-0. Brett Dietz and his squad. And now, almost 4 years later to the day, line up in victory formation and move on to next Saturday.
What a win. What a gutsy win by this Tigers team. Coming here on the road, going back and forth with this Warhawks team. What a win.
My goodness.
And just a well-fought battle, both sides of the football today. These teams competed from start to finish, very much literally. The Warhawks weren't able to get that run game going, and that ended up being the Achilles heel. They had to force the ball down the field, and the interception is going to end it. Tigers win 26-23 here in Whitewater, Wisconsin, in the elements.
Again, DePauw will now take on the winner of the Wheaton and Wartburg game in Iowa next Saturday. Wow, I'm speechless, Nick. What an ending to this game.
Just a crazy game. I mean, this was from top to bottom everything that you could have wanted from a football game in the playoffs here for Division III football. And Scott Ballantyne takes the final knee for the Tigers, and they are hyped up. What a great game for both sides. Good sportsmanship there, everybody meeting together in the middle of the field. What a way to finish here in Whitewater, Wisconsin.
What a finish indeed, Nick. Again, the DePauw Tigers winning this one to go on to the third round of the NCAA D3 football championships. And that is a crowd of DePauw fans making the trip that is well worth it in this one.
Definitely a well worth trip, that is for sure. Coming here in the snow and all the elements as you see the teams line up at the end here. What a finish in Whitewater.
And that'll do it. Our final score from Perkins Stadium is 26-23 as the Tigers move on to the third round of the NCAA D3 football championships and will take on the winner of the Wartburg-Wheaton game, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, that game just had everything that you could have possibly wanted as a viewer to watch this game. I mean, you've got deep ball touchdown passes. You've got ground and pound through the middle between tackles. You've got interceptions. You've got so many elements of this football game that was just so entertaining. And unfortunately for the home team, UW-Whitewater, they're going to have to go home with a loss here. DePauw University is going to finish here 26-23, moving on to the third round of the playoffs.
We'll be back with more post-game coverage from Perkins Stadium after a short break. This is the second round of the NCAA D3 football championships live on ESPN+.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
Welcome back to Perkins Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. You're watching the second round of the NCAA D3 football championships live on ESPN+. An impressive 26-23 showing today from the Tigers as they move on to the next round where they will face the Wartburg College Knights or the Wheaton College Thunder next Saturday. And Nick, a win like today has got to give you confidence going into that one.
I mean, are you kidding me? Coming here to Whitewater, Wisconsin and beating a team like this as you see everybody getting together on the field for a prayer, and just what a great finish. I mean, like it or not, no matter what team you represent, just a fantastic finish. I mean, you've got every element to a football game that you could possibly want. You've got an immense amount of snow coming down. It is freezing cold. I mean, our noses are red still, you know, and you've got Justin Klinkner having probably one of the best games of his career in today's game, throwing for over 220 yards, 2 touchdowns. Unfortunately, that interception to end the game. And then on the other side, we talked about Robbie Ballantyne. He did his thing today. Robbie Ballantyne is probably the reason that they are going to be moving on to the to the third round of the playoffs. And it's going to be Wheaton or Wartburg. So that's going to be a matchup to watch.
Absolutely. And last time we looked just a couple minutes ago, that game, just under 5 minutes left in that one in Iowa. Wartburg out in front, 24-21 in that one. So who knows? We don't know yet who's going to take on DePauw next week. But, I mean, you can't ask for a better game today than we were able to witness, Nick.
No, you can't. And when we look at how Whitewater normally goes about their business, they ground and pound. They were not able to do that today, held for just 19 yards on the ground. Penalties were kind of the story in this one. UW-Whitewater had 8 penalties for over 100 yards, and that's not something that you're going to be able to win a home playoff game with. And considering they were able to turn the ball over, that's just not how you can finish a football game, especially against a club that is this successful. So you've got, as you can see here on the field, everybody's doing their slides and their snow angels here. Wow, what a finish here in Whitewater, Wisconsin.
And that's what it's all about for those guys, right? You got to understand, they drove 5 hours from Indiana all the way up here to southern Wisconsin to come out here and to win this game. And, Nick, they did just that, especially given the elements today playing a big factor as it did. I mean, that is just and that's what football is all about right there. It's an incredible sight to see. Congratulations to DePauw. I mean, what a performance from them today. That'll do it for us this afternoon as DePauw walks away with a 26-23 win this afternoon at Perkins Stadium. Thank you again for joining us. For Ryan Howletta, Colin Reynolds, Sam Wade, Nick Demas, and our entire field crew, I'm Gabe Sadowski saying so long from Perkins Stadium. This has been the second round of the NCAA D3 Football Championships live on ESPN+.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NCAA consent is prohibited.